holding comedians to this standard. Our job is to make the ugliest stuff funny. I mean, unless you want to cry for the rest of your life. The best way to conquer pain is laughter.
Yeah.
You're not letting comedians do their job, and you're miserable. Stop walking around so offended. You're not going to be able to survive life.
Yes, bitch!
Atta girl.
Cut that shit off. Cut. That's the first time I like the view. That's the first time I listen and like the view. This is Andrew Schulz. I'm here at Akaash, and we're going to be joined shortly by Mouse Jones. Alex is in the room right now. We had to give you another episode of Flagrant 2. We had to give you another episode of Flagrant 2 because I couldn't leave you. I couldn't leave you without something on Thursdays. You know, rumor has it we're not going to have a Brilliant Idiots this week, so I had to give you something saucy to come through on Thursdays. I know we gave you something wild last Tuesday because my DMs have been flooded.
Yo, I don't know how we live up to that.
Bro, listen now, we're not going to because this episode is going to be, we're going to do this one more in the vein of a Brilliant Idiots. We're not going to have a lot of the, we're not going to have tons of sports talk on this one. Not like we really ever have tons of sports talk. You know what I mean? But we're going to have that same old flagrancy, that same old shit talk. Alex got his feet out.
Treat it like I'm a guest host.
Oh,
What?
you know the feed is out.
Bro.
Showtime, baby.
It's showtime. Yo, Alex, Akaash gets nervous when he does Brilliant Idiots. Tell him it's not Brilliant Idiots. It's Flagrant 2.
This is Flagrant.
No, I know. I'm good with
I know you brought out your Flagrant 2 shirt.
I know.
Akaash really got 3 shirts.
Yo, I did not want to wear this on camera.
I don't want to know about it.
I did not want to wear this on camera.
Like, this is his mojito.
I knew.
No, he wore the mojito.
I
son.
knew. I knew. I was like, I worn this on the podcast before.
Son,
Andrew got an IG story with it.
Let me tell you something, bro.
I didn't know I was coming in until
the whole day. Yesterday, I told you.
I had shit all day. I'm actually exhausted. I had a bunch of not making money today.
Yo.
That shit was like a lot of not making money.
Let me tell you something.
A lot of hoping to make money.
Nobody give a fuck.
I ain't been home.
Nobody give a fuck about your struggles.
I ain't been home since 9 a.m. Not making money out this bitch for 12 hours.
Look how proud this motherfucker is. You got people driving a truck right now in the same shirt as Akaash, working 14-hour days.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, now
Fuck
you
them.
don't give a fuck.
Fuck them. This is about my struggle. Let me talk my struggle.
Yeah, I ain't got no fucking struggle, son. You don't gotta look at that shirt the whole episode. I wish y'all saw what kind of shirt that he's wearing, bro. Someone peeled lettuce and put it on a black shirt. That's what it looked like. Son,
that wasn't even strong.
Son, and what? That wasn't strong.
That was good.
That wasn't strong.
That wasn't
We gotta go harder. Okay,
You gotta
hold on.
go harder.
Hold on. Let
Go
me go harder.
harder.
Let
Go
me
harder.
let me give you some
Go
good
harder.
shit. Okay.
Rev up the engine.
All right, ready? Your shirt looked like a fat bitch's first diet meal.
That's funny.
Yeah, is that?
Come on, yo.
It was just too much buildup.
All right, let me give it again. Let me go again.
You'll get one.
I know
Just
I'm gonna
keep
get one.
going.
All right.
I'm gonna drink water too, so if it's funny, I'll have to spit.
You'll have to spit. That's a lot of pressure.
It's a
to
wild
make.
out game.
Yeah, damn, man. You didn't have to make it unfunny. Oh, you saw that? You didn't even know where that was coming from. You didn't know where that was going
I'll
from.
defend wilding out to death.
Okay. I fucked with Wildin' Out. Shouts to my guys. Shout to Chico and Carlos. I fuck with them. All right. So, let me your shirt. Let me look at your shirt and just give you one. All right, ready? All right, this was fire, bro.
All right,
you ready?
ready?
Yo, your shirt is gay. You ain't heard that one. You ain't heard that one in a long time.
That's a classic,
That's
dog.
a throwback.
That's a classic.
Remember that one?
That's a classic.
Yo, that shit would kill.
Yo.
You can have a specific ass diss, but nothing work
Yo,
like that.
Can we talk about the last episode real quick?
Yeah.
My cousin, shouts to Amit. I forgot. We got so flagrant toward the end. I forgot how crazy the beginning was.
Son, the beginning was wild. The
So
ass eating?
I don't remember. I don't think we talked about ass eating. I think we talked about
No?
abortions, and Alex is gay and Puerto Rican, and it's the same thing.
Oh yeah. No, but that was a different part. But we did talk about Alex's scoops.
So he texted me.
Yo,
he was like, "Yo, this is the wildest episode ever."
What?
He said,
Yo, we got a King in the room right now. Yo, King. King. Did you know how many abortions Alex had?
Yo, chill. The fuck out of here with that.
"You know the number, dog?"
Son,
Yo.
this motherfucker putting up championships, son.
Nah.
This motherfucker
Yo.
putting up championships, bro.
Yo, you know we gotta
Yo.
get a picture of Alex. You know that Wilt Chamberlain picture? We got 100 points. We gotta get that picture with the number of abortions you had on a sheet of paper.
Son.
It will be the greatest moment in Puerto Rican history.
Son. No, they had the kid. They had the kid.
Man.
I know, that's why it'd be a great moment.
They had
Finally,
this is a
flipping the
first.
stereotype.
This is the first, bro.
People, they are comedians.
Bro.
Comedians.
That's how you know Alex fucks white bitches, is they get abortions.
Oh shit, it's true. Alex got a good job. He got fucking healthcare. You know, you got shit going for you, bro.
Alex could be a father straight up.
Yo, that's the bullshit. You ready? Yo,
My man is buying a house.
Son, that's when it's murder. When you can actually afford it. Son, yo, that's the way that we should do it. They should look at your taxes and be like, nah, you ready to have a family. You ready to have a family. Now you can handle this baby, son.
Oh, man, fuck.
Yo, but you know, it's like what Leslie was saying. You gotta let comedians be comedians, man. It's just like what Les was saying, bro. It's no big deal.
Les Dog.
That's Les Dog. Yo, Les Dog killed it. I will say this. It is interesting how we can't forgive shit. Especially like these fucking tweets. Because I was just remembering, Alex, listen, don't worry. Alex,
That's gonna be so bad.
Yo, son.
What's so funny?
Alex!
Yeah, nigga. What?
He had to assert his blackness. Alex sweating, bro. Yo, how you sweat with no socks on?
Because y'all throwing scoops on me. Like,
That'll make you sweat.
yes.
Yeah, I guess.
What makes you sweat more? Us talking about you getting abortions or her taking that pregnancy test?
Nah, he knew he got it. You knew from the jump, bro. All right, look, listen. Leslie, on some real shit, did bring up some very good points, which is you got to let comedians do whatever the fuck we want, and I'm very supportive of it. But then I started thinking, Akaash.
What up?
I started thinking about these people out here that are criticizing us for tweets from 10 years ago.
Right.
Right. But at the same time, they're like, you know what? If you have a nonviolent drug offense and you're in prison, you should be able to come out of prison. If you, matter of fact, have had some past felonies, we should forgive you and let you go on with your life.
Yeah,
you
that's a good
shouldn't
point.
have to tell employers that you are a
point.
felon, right?
That's a good point.
Where's the consistency? Because it seems as if you're about forgiving the past and past mistakes. Oh, you're a kid that got in trouble when he was 16? We wipe that off your record.
Yep.
Right? That's easy. We're done. But now, all of a sudden, when a comedian or somebody makes a joke, it's a very serious situation. It's a very serious situation. Like we were talking about the James Gunn guy on Flagrant 2 this week, the Guardians of the Galaxy
Yeah.
guy. And I've been thinking a lot about that shit because the whole what's it called? The whole team, the whole squad, everybody in the movie wrote an article, wrote a letter.
I like that.
Exactly.
I respect that.
Now,
Loyalty.
the entire film got behind this director that was making pedophile tweets. Right? They got behind him like he used to get behind little boys. Yo, you know who can't get angry at pedophile tweets? James Gunn. You gonna laugh, boy. You gonna laugh.
Yeah.
But seriously, they all get behind him. And I think he's going to end up getting his job back. I think he's going to end up leading the Marvel series. And it just goes to show this old adage that we've spoken about here on this podcast, me and you have spoken about privately as well, which is if you're talented enough, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't come down to right or wrong. It comes down to talent. If you're talented enough, you can be Michael Jackson and do some fuck shit.
That's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you're
Allegedly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to be talented enough to be allegedly. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta hope for in your life is to be talented enough to be allegedly, bro.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, boom. R. Kelly's still out here. I guess he admitted it. I didn't have 19 minutes for that. You know what's funny? All these people are like, oh, I ain't got 19 minutes to watch the R. Kelly shit. You watch that sex tape.
I actually did the opposite. I didn't watch the sex tape. I can't watch no fucking 15-year-old girl
Thank
on
you.
camera.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. What? You know what you got to say right now, Alex? I was 15 when I watched it. It wasn't illegal for me. Point is,
No, technically that's the truth though.
yo, I'm saying, point is, correct me if I'm wrong, there's some truth to this adage, which is we forgive the talented. We forgive the people that provide something to our life. Oh, you love that movie, Guardians of the Galaxy. You want to see the third one? They're just tweets. But if he's a Republican congressman, are those going to be tweets?
See, that's where I get, because it seems like politics, we talked about this last week, politics plays so much into everything, so fucking exhausting. If James Gunn is a Republican, nobody has his back.
Mm-hmm.
I heard they were talking about a major A-list celebrity, and they were like, oh, he's notoriously a dickhead, Hollywood Republican. Like, that's the first thing they say about him.
Right.
And I'm just like, who gives a fuck, man? Mm-hmm. Yo, remember, Dave Chappelle had this joke. Dave Chappelle might have ruined the world in this way.
Okay.
You remember his joke in Killing Them Softly where he asked a white guy who he voted for, and the white guy's like, don't know. White people don't like to talk about who they vote for.
Yeah.
And then we all made fun of white people and talked about how stupid they were.
Yeah.
We should have let everybody they're all onto something. Don't talk about who the fuck you're voting for, because no good will come from it.
Absolutely.
You're just going to yell, you're not changing anybody's mind, and now nothing is fun anymore.
It's true. And there's a reason why we vote in private.
Yeah. So you can check the Trump ballot.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. If I was a minority of any type, and I knew that one party was going to assume my loyalty no matter what, on some level I'd start thinking, wait a minute, if they know for a fact I'm voting for them, will they really do anything for me?
Oh, shit.
If I'm a minority, what I would say is I would get a bunch of other people with my like interests, just like Hasidic Jews do. You know, Hasidic Jews, in the city that they live in, they just go to both of the people that are running and they go, what you going to do for us?
That's great.
And then whoever says they're going to do more, they vote in a block for them. So if I'm a minority, there's this idea like, and liberals have put this out there. Oh, if you vote Republican, it means that you're a sellout. It means that you don't care about your people. It means all this other shit. No, the smart thing to do is use leverage, right? Yep. You got a deal, like me and you. Let's say we got a deal with a network.
Yep.
Netflix is giving us one thing. Comedy Central's giving us the other.
Right.
We're going with Netflix.
Yeah.
That being said,
right.
We're going to tell Netflix what Comedy Central is offering.
And we're considering it strongly.
Oh, my Lord. So if you're black, if you're Latino, if it doesn't matter what you are, and the Democratic Party is sitting there going, they're going to vote for us no matter what. We don't even need to offer them shit. We're just going to keep saying we're going to do what we always do, and then nothing happens. You really want to light that fire underneath them? You really want to light the fire? You start going, hey, man, them Republicans, they got some good ideas. What? They got some good ideas. I think we're going to need some more funding in our HBCUs. We'd love to put that on the ballot. We'll figure it out.
You think that's why white feminism matters? Because they all voted for Trump in private?
Oh.
So the Democrats were like, fuck.
Wait a minute. Did the white
Yo,
feminists?
you guys are victims.
Did they? Did they vote in private?
53%.
No, that's of white women.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean white feminists.
Yeah, I don't think it's the feminists.
Son, the white chicks that voted for Trump, first of all, never Me Too.
Yo.
Never.
Me too, please.
They honestly, I speak to some of these chicks when I go to like the South and I go to do these shows and shit, and they're like, oh, that's just ridiculous. Oh, that's crazy. Why you gotta worry about that? Stop thinking about all that, this, that, the other. These girls just want to get famous, all this kind of shit. I'm like, now, I'm thinking about this in terms of future possibilities, right? How do you get the most out of a situation? Leverage what you have. Right. You have literally zero leverage when you say you would never vote for the other side. Right. They're literally saying it publicly. People go publicly. They go, I would never vote for them. Right. Nothing's going to happen to you. Yeah. Like, think about it as
and also, then that side will stop trying to get your vote. I don't give a fine. Never? All right, fuck it.
Of course. Think about the motherfuckers that, what is it, like a dude that always cheats on his wife and she never leaves. Right. Guess who's not going to stop cheating? You know what I mean? Like, you got no reason to stop. Yeah. You got no reason to stop.
You're onto a good point, because that's why the only states that really matter are the swing states.
They
pander the shit to the swing states.
Hey, Al, Did you notice that all of a sudden they just built some big factory with 30,000 employees in Wisconsin right after the election? Did you notice that happened? Oh, did you notice that Ohio?
Do you think Hillary's actually going to visit that factory?
Oh, did she not go to Wisconsin?
Bitch just didn't go. I don't want to talk too much politics, but bitch just didn't go to Wisconsin.
But we're not talking about politics.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck about Hillary? She lost. Why are we even talking about her? The point is, I still want to see what she looked like without that kimono. Yo, real talk? You want to know what Hillary wears underneath that shit? Akaash's shirt. I still got it, baby. I still got it. I still got it. You wear Clinton pajamas. That's what you're wearing right now.
You know what would be dope?
What?
If she had a body under there.
Yo, back in the day, she had the sweater puppies.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She might still have a body.
Oh, she getting fat transfers? Why you think Bill's so skinny? Why you think he stay having heart attacks? She like, I'm gonna need some more ass, Bill. Anyway, look, you got situation, Wisconsin getting a factory. All of a sudden, all these Midwest spots, they're open for a new Amazon headquarters.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird that Amazon is thinking about potentially putting it in a swing state. I wonder why.
Right.
Because exactly what you're saying. Motherfuckers will be swung. Mm-hmm. They are the smartest people on the planet, those people in the swing states. The fact that they have no loyalty to one party. Anybody that is loyal to one party till death is an idiot because all you care about is tribal loyalty and not the change that you need. You could literally be someone who has all Republican principles, right? And just say, well, I'm not voting for you unless you do these Republican principles. And you know what a Democrat will do? Do them. Mm-hmm. Bill Clinton ran on Republican shit. If you look back in the day, he ran on... What was it? Prison, I think it was sentencing and prison reform and like safety. You know what I mean? Yeah. He went to war. You know, like these are all conservative ideology that he's running on. He was the one who loosened up all the financial regulations. He was the one that started that. We blame Bush for the regulations, but they all started under Clinton. That's why the economy was humming.
I have no facts to dispute.
I'm just telling you. I'm saying is motherfuckers. Hey, look. All I'm saying is there's something to the leverage of willing to walk away. What does every self-help or dating guru ever tell you? They say, be willing to walk away. Your power is being willing to walk away. In any negotiation, be willing to walk away. Yep. And motherfuckers are sitting out here going, I would never walk away.
Yeah.
Well, you never gonna get anything.
Yep. You're gonna get cheated on.
You with
a trifling ass party.
It's something to it. So here's a question, Akaash.
What's up?
Since we're forgiving tweets.
Yep.
And we about keeping the same energy over here. Do we forgive Roseanne?
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
I don't think she should have got fired in the first place.
Whoa. Akaash, talk to me.
How many people watch this bitch show?
I don't know.
10 million a week. You know how fucking crazy that is numbers-wise? Mm-hmm. The only other shows doing that are CBS.
Okay.
CBS destroys the ratings. Nobody else is touching that. She's putting up fucking football numbers. She speaks to people. She's important to people.
Right.
If she has a tweet from who the fuck knows when.
It was recent.
Who gives a fuck? You pull her off the air. You know, he just pissed off 10 million people who were already upset. So, at the risk of hurting someone's feelings, you hurt and further upset 10 million people. Fans who felt like finally somebody represents me on TV.
What channel was she on?
She was on ABC.
Okay.
I don't think you fire somebody for tweets. Period. As a fucking precedent. I don't think you fire maybe if they're making death threats or saying some horrendous shit like string them up by their neck, cool.
Yo.
But if you...
but
Roseanne,
it was wild racist, though.
She said that she looks like what?
Racist. Like monkey or some shit.
No,
like
she looks like a combination of Planet of the Apes and the Muslim Brotherhood.
Yeah. And
they're like, how could you call a black woman Planet of the Apes? And then she goes, I didn't know the bitch was black.
That was after.
Son, first of all, do you remember the first bit of advice I said? I think on the podcast. The first bit of advice I said to her, I was like, if you really want to get out of this, you would say you didn't know she was black.
Oh, you did say that.
Because it's only wrong to call someone who's black a monkey. If you call a white person a monkey, you're not losing a job, right? If you call Akaash a monkey, he's not losing his job.
I mean,
no, that's not true. Akaash got monkey feet. I be looking at feet, bro. Your feet, they look like they got thumbs. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. His feet.
I feel violated, dog.
Yeah.
I'm putting my feet out there
Fam,
like that.
you wanna know what's
How the fuck do you
violated?
remember?
You walking on your hands all around my apartment when we lived together. That was violated, son. You know what's violent is seeing you eat 2 bananas in one time.
You flat-footed, dog.
I
Don't
used
you
to
dare
see-
talk about
first
nobody's
of all,
feet.
I'm not-
Orthotic having ass motherfucker. How dare you?
Okay, first of all,
You gotta go play ball. You switch out your fucking insoles. You cuck.
Wow,
You fucking
wow.
cuck.
You really angry.
That's why Lisa Leslie gonna dunk on you, cuck.
First of all, no woman ever gonna dunk on me. Second of all, that was a lot of cucks. And third, I have spatulas. Okay, you're not gonna call my feet. I got spatulas. You need some pancakes flipped. They gonna get flipped. They gonna get flipped over here. Okay. All I'm trying to say is Akaash got a weird ass foot, and I never told you this, even though we've been friends for 10 years. But fam, can you please take one of his feet? And you see his feet right now, son. If you see his
My
feet,
girl be telling me my feet are ugly, and I'm like, you crazy.
They're not ugly.
My shit is cute.
They're not ugly. They're primate feet. You have primate feet. Son,
you gotta take your shoes off.
fam,
taking
when
my
you
motherfucking
yo,
feet
let me
off.
tell you something.
Intimate
Let me tell you,
thing.
this is some real shit. I saw Akaash once, right?
You fit fucking
No,
white girls.
I
You got
saw
your feet out.
I saw
that's
Akaash
normal
once.
to them.
He's sitting on the couch, right? His feet are up, right?
This is a fake story.
This is dead ass. They don't even try to cut the legs out of it, right? Or for you, arms. so he's sitting on the couch. He got his feet, mad dexterity in the toes, right? Toes, right? All of a sudden, I see him. No bullshit. I see him on the couch. He's scratching his armpit with
a
the
fake.
same hand. You know how you scratch your armpit? You reach to the other armpit. You go left to right. This dude's same hand is just scratching his armpit. He don't even know I'm watching him. It feels like some shit from Nat Geo, son. This
You
dude,
know how long he kept this shit inside?
son, I bet.
Y'all lived together
real
like
talk,
10
I wish
years
I
ago.
could do that because this is embarrassing. I can't even sit Indian style. I don't even have that kind of hip flexibility. It's embarrassing
I
as an
bet
Indian.
you might not be able to do that, but you can hang the fuck out of a tree. I bet if there was a vine. I bet if there was.
That's an Eddie Murphy
I bet if there.
That's an Eddie Murphy
Is it
line.
really?
Eddie Murphy line.
What's special?
I think he might have said climb the fuck out of a tree, but
Oh, that's different.
I bet she climbed the fuck
That's
out of a tree,
different.
though, don't she? Gus?
Panthers can climb out of trees. You hang.
You know what's a real thing? Andrew chews his motherfucking
Son,
toenails.
Listen, that's true, but whatever. I'm flexible.
Oh,
That's
you're
disgusting.
fucking
Listen,
That's disgusting. I
Y'all
seen him do it
never
in real
drink
life.
it after you.
that's fine.
I also seen this man. He shits with the door open, wipe his ass.
That's true.
This is real.
Oh, he
I
doesn't-
swear to
he
God.
doesn't
this
No,
watch
is
listen to
real.
this.
I know
Listen
he
to this
doesn't
part
watch.
because this is very telling. This is very telling.
I
Go.
swear to God, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
real.
Yeah.
He's
Wipes my
talking
ass,
to me,
wipes my
talking to
ass,
me,
go,
wipes
go,
his
go.
ass. I'm trying not to look.
This is very
corner
telling.
of my eye, I
Yeah.
see him unfold the toilet paper,
Yeah.
smell it
Yeah.
that he just wiped his ass
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
and then put it in the toilet.
And for the first time, as when we were living together, he also felt like there was another primate in the household.
Nah,
For
Drew,
the
you're
first
nasty,
time in the
dog.
whole time.
But
Listen,
that's just white people shit, though.
fam.
You
What?
guys, white people are
You're
kinda
the girls
nasty.
you fuck do that.
White men.
Okay, listen.
They do nasty shit. He wipes his dick with the same towel that he dries his hands with.
I told you that.
Yes, you did.
When I told you that.
That's why I've always, since you told me that, every time I'm at your house, I air dry. I don't touch that fucking towel.
But that's my little joke.
No, you said that's your sex towel, and you put that shit right back.
Oh, you did it on the podcast. You said it on
I
the
did.
podcast.
I did
You
say it on the
did.
podcast. Why'd I give away my little joke? Because it's funny when you see one of my boys
He used
washing
to- he used to-
washing his hands,
his
and
old
then
roommate, his
drying
best
it on
friend.
his towel.
His best friend.
That's
Jamil,
my dick.
His best friend.
Yeah.
His best friend, black dude, Jamil. You know black people need their clippers. This man would shave his pubes with those clippers.
Yo, that,
No, I didn't.
he should have fought you.
Nah, I didn't do that.
I'd fight you for that.
I never shaved my pubes with clippers before. I always do
I remember
trim.
you telling him you did.
No, I always take a razor and I do a little shape up. I do a little Scottie Pips. my shit look like Scottie Pippen, son. Real talk. Remember when Scottie Pippen had the mushroom shit? I do my little Scottie Pippen. Right, I shave it up there nice. I get it all high and tight. We gotta get it high and tight. What? Stupid shirt. Fucking dumbass shirt. This fucking Magnum PI. Listen, look. Okay, so I get my Scottie Pips, right? And then what I do is I cut it down. I take it down.
You did this with scissors?
Fam, I got fine pubic hairs, son. My pubic hairs are very fine. My pubic hair look like an Asian girl's bangs. Son, my pubic hairs are fine, son. My shit don't even curl really. Yo, they don't. You never seen a French guy's mustache where it's just the ends, like a baker, like a guy who be making croissants all day? You know what I mean? You know the guy who was the baker who was trying to kill the lobster in Little Mermaid?
No, what the fuck? How you know that?
He, ha, ha, ha. I don't know the rest of the song. Well, be my guest. Put us on that's Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Your feet look like Beast.
When you were talking about hanging upside down, I was thinking about Beast from X-Men.
Yo, remember Beast from X-Men when he got the feet curled up in the shoe?
Yeah.
When he takes his shoes off, that's what his feet look like, son. That's what you are. You're Beast from X-Men.
My feet are cute, fam.
What?
My feet are cute.
Nah, we gotta judge.
Nah, that's
Take your
cute.
foot out.
I'm
Take
not
your
taking
foot
no-
out, son. Nah.
Come on,
Do it for the
son.
people, bro.
No, I'm not
Take your
taking
foot
no
out.
goddamn foot out.
Take your foot out. Stop it, bro.
Nah.
Really?
Stop
Really?
it.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yo,
That's
take
too
your foot
intimate
out.
of a
Come
thing.
on,
Just take your
son.
foot out,
Socks
son.
on
Take
all
your foot
times.
out.
I walk
Take your
around-
foot out.
If I go to your house, socks on. If I take my shoes
Yo,
off,
his
I'll never
nails
take the
are so
socks off.
fucking
Yo,
loud.
it's that bad.
Yo, bro,
It's
the
that
na-
bad.
Son.
No, I just don't. That's just like an intimate thing to me, bare feet.
Intimate?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm the only Indian who might feel this way, but like, bare feet is some intimate shit.
Son, how is intimate? Y'all don't even got shoes in India.
That's what I'm saying. I might be the only Indian who feels this way, but that's some intimate shit.
Yo, you're acting mad white, bro.
Nah,
Word.
white people love bare feet, dog. That's
No,
a
we
real
don't.
thing.
That's
Y'all-
Asians.
White people be walking around barefoot everywhere eating
Nah, yeah.
granola.
When we're trying to be, you know.
No, that's white people shit. Because y'all walk around barefoot outside on the street.
Where you walk around barefoot?
In my
Yo, shout to
clean
Mouse.
floor.
Shout to Mouse Jones. Mouse Jones pulling up. Pull up. What up?
You know, CP time.
Yo, Mouse.
Now CP time because Alex is 12% Indian.
gonna say it.
Alex half Puerto Rican.
What's good, yo? How are you, man? This week's podcast is supported by Black Klansman. From director Spike Lee and the team behind the Academy Award-winning Get Out comes Black Klansman, everybody. Black Klansman tells the story of Ron Stallworth, the first African-American detective to serve in the Colorado Springs Police Department. Determined to make a name for himself, Stallworth bravely sets out on a dangerous mission, infiltrate and expose the Ku Klux Klan. Starring John David Washington, Adam Driver, Laura Harrier, and Topher Grace, Black Klansman is the crazy, outrageous, and incredible true story of an American hero. See the newest Spike Lee joint, Black Klansman, in theaters August 10th. Welcome. Mouse came through with Jordan. A-King is going to find a place for you to sit. We're just talking about Akaash's
What is
feet.
A-King doing?
Yo, you don't fuck with A-King?
Nah, I don't fuck with them old niggas, yo. Nah, I'm just playing. A-King is my man.
Yo, always starting beef,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm sorry, I was just
How
playing.
many people you need to
I
have
was just
beef
playing.
with,
I love
yo?
A-King.
Damn. Drop a bomb on it.
Oh my god. I thought we were talking about Akaash feet.
Yo, we're talking about Akaash feet. Then we're going to get to Flex.
Oh god.
Okay? Akaash, just take off the
Nah,
Jordan.
bare feet. Bare feet is some intimate shit. I'm not showing that to
Bare feet is very
anybody.
intimate.
I'm gonna
Thank
take
you.
off. I'm gonna take off my
Thank
shoe.
you.
I'm gonna show you my
And
bunion.
Yeah, but you don't give a
There's no
fuck.
such
I'ma
thing
show
as
you my
intimacy
bunion.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you my bunion.
You
Man,
shit with
just
the door
stop.
open.
Bro,
Don't nobody
look
care.
at that. Look at
Don't
the
nobody-
bunion.
Oh.
That's my bunion. This is my bad
That's a
foot. I got a
disgusting
really
foot.
nice
That's a
right foot.
disgusting foot.
No,
Yo,
it's
this
not.
guy said I got a really nice. That's a very white person foot.
I'm white, fam. What you expected from
Like,
me?
but like you're like over.
Yeah.
You're like overachieving with this foot.
Listen, this is what happens when you push your athleticism to the limit. Okay, this you don't understand about
No matter
it, bro.
how
Listen,
great or least, just that's what happens when you push it
to the limit, bro.
Got you.
I push my athleticism to the limit, bro.
Feet are very intimate. Like
All
I
right.
went parasailing yesterday. I was
Yeah.
shooting a pilot. They had me like Cape May. Okay. I thought
Yes. Drop a hard.
What? Go.
that's so crazy.
Talk about it.
You-
Talk
you-
about
you
it.
and-
Talk about it.
You and
You
Alex,
did-
y'all tag team?
Oh hell yeah! This motherfucker spends one white day, can't even come on time.
Yo, that was the whitest day
You
of
know
my
what I'm saying?
life.
Why don't you keep the white shit going up into the podcast?
There's no way those white people were on time for anything. It was
What are you
too
talking about?
It was too relaxed out
Why do you
there.
think we run the world? We show up.
When y'all, because
We-
y'all get
Nah.
to control what time.
That's how we colonized, bro. We showed up to the war first. we showed
point
up to
of-
the
the
war
point of
like,
the
yo,
story
war's at 9 o'clock. Y'all got there at 9:30. It was a wrap.
Nah, we got there at 9:30. We would have seen the bullshit and would have left. So we was there too early. But no, I was parasailing for the first time, and like I'm on a boat. I'm the only. Jordan, he's my photographer. He was on the boat, and then everybody else is white. The PA, the
Shocking.
producer, whole camera team, the boat people, the people that own it, they're all white. So when they're like, "Yo, you want to take your shoes off?" I'm like, I gotta take the shoes off, huh?
Yeah.
And I was the only guy with the shoes off. I felt weird.
And he
Why?
was getting paid.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You didn't like what? Shaking your shoes off.
No, I didn't.
What do you do at the beach?
I wear Tim's, duh.
What do you
No,
do?
I don't.
What do you do at a pool?
I'm usually hosting pool parties, so my shoes are on.
Do you go in the pool at all?
Not in front of people.
Really?
No.
Is there an intimacy
more
thing
than
with
me.
feet?
Yeah, like I'm
It's
not.
an
My
intimate
feet
thing,
aren't
I don't-
coming out, son.
Guys, if
around people
anybody's
I don't
listening
know.
right now, you don't know Mouse Jones. Mouse Jones is the voice of New York.
Yep.
Okay?
You haven't lied yet.
He's the voice of New York.
Yep.
Okay? And he's afraid to show his feet, and so is Akaash. Bunch of softies, both of you, man.
So, bet
It's
you.
embarrassing.
You know what it is? I think people fear you more when they don't see your feet.
That's a real fucking statement, though. That's a real fucking statement.
You guys
though.
like-
definitely have never been chased by somebody with no shoes on. That's
Yo,
frightening.
I mean, a woman.
Yeah, and did you run?
It wasn't because her shoes were off, because she had a weapon.
But she didn't even put her shoes on.
They're women. Like their feet, they're made for war. Like they don't
Are
need-
they? So why don't we send them?
We do.
Do we? Is that what the Army's looking for in the commercial with the guy with a fucking sword? Is it ever a chick?
In 2018, it's
Nah,
women
bro.
too.
No. We don't do that.
Hashtag she too.
Yeah, don't send the chicks to war. I don't think we should send them to war.
I think they should go wherever they want to go.
You want to send them to war?
The white ones.
Yo, hold on now. You going to Alex's Queens now? Hold
Yo,
on.
come on, bro.
We talking about.
No.
Oh,
now
we're
you
talking about.
going to Alex's
Oh, Alex
Queens.
hate black women. Alex does not fuck
Mouse,
with black women.
Mouse.
Yo,
That's what we doing. That's what we
Alex
doing.
is like black
That's what we
women?
doing.
Alex, you like black women?
I'm dating a black girl right now.
Who? Weezy?
Exclusively?
Nah, get out of here.
Listen,
Don't put
wait.
that on me.
Yo,
I'm coming at you. All right, let's go.
There is no
Let's
listen.
go.
There is nobody cockier than a black dude that's faithful to his black girlfriend. So, there's like 3 on the planet, but
what I'm
when you
saying.
find one, he
I'm
talks
good.
shit about everybody.
I'm
right?
good. I'm
oh,
ready.
You don't fuck black bitches? Oh, you don't.
Alex don't-
That shit a weapon,
Alex
dog.
is sitting in a room full of men.
They
He
gonna
has
catch
his
you,
feet
Mouse.
off.
Thank you. That's what I
I'm good.
said. That's
Alex
why
didn't know
he
he
fucks
dated a
girls.
black. Yeah, he definitely fucks white women. Kiss him right in the mouth.
Where else you kiss them?
You don't?
You don't kiss white women?
No, sir.
Damn, bro. You missing out.
No, I'm not.
Oh God! You never kiss a nice white woman on her mouth. You get a little bit of granola. Yo, you never tongue kiss a white
I
girl,
imagine it- I
and a
liken
little
it-
trail mix comes out into your mouth in the kiss.
catch
She
a little
shared
kale,
it.
get a little
yeah,
vitamins.
a little tiny little shit of kale in between her teeth. Oh my
I
God!
think it would be like kissing like bologna.
Really?
That's what I would think.
That being said, black girls' pussies look more like bologna.
Well, if you think
You get
about
that
it,
nice pink.
if
You
you
get that
think-
mixture.
No, we would not like it.
Well, you would
We
only
not
know
liking
about
our
one.
queens.
You would only know that one black girl.
Right now.
I know about many.
No,
'Cause
I'm single
'cause
right now. I'm good.
Technically, I love black women more than you because I fuck more than them.
That's a lie.
I'm just saying, I fuck more black women than you, so I
you
must
fuck
like them
black.
more.
You first of all, let's be honest.
I'm just saying,
Before
Mouse,
we became friends,
are you about this life?
Before we became friends,
Are you about this life?
Before we became friends,
Yeah.
I was the fan first.
That's right.
So I've listened to the podcast
That's
since
right.
day one.
Yep. So you know,
You fuck blackish women.
how black do you have to be black?
You gotta be all black.
Oh, wow.
All?
If,
What happened at
if you
1%?
want to be
Hold on.
if you want to be known as someone who loves black women,
Okay.
your black woman has to like be all black.
So like
at least one.
So let me ask you this.
So
You see
like
a famous dude. sorry.
African, real quick. So like from Africa.
Oh, that's black. Oh, but are they
Can
white?
you be black in America? Just like how are you all black in America?
Your mom's black and your dad's black.
This is
Oh.
coming from the guy who's 20% Irish. Yeah,
I've never done. First of all,
I'm
we're
putting
talking.
that on you.
Wow.
I'm putting that, yeah.
Right. I'll let it.
Shouts to 23andMe.
Never did it. Never did it.
Wow.
Because I already know what
So
they're gonna
how'd you
say.
know?
I know what they're gonna say.
What they gonna say?
100% Congo.
100% Congo.
100%.
Nah, bro, you too light.
He rich Congo.
Have
Yeah.
you seen
Yeah.
basketball players from the Congo?
Here goes
Ain't
thing.
looking like you.
Here goes thing you never seen.
No, you got a short Irishman in your
It's
past.
about Wakanda.
Huh?
There was light skinned people in Wakanda.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how they got there.
Because we come in all different shades.
It's a little shadier.
It is funny
It's a
though.
little
That,
shadier.
it is funny that the Black Paradise has a lot of light skinned people.
There wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot. There was only 3 or 4 of us.
It's Utopia.
We come from one family.
Yo,
We're not a monolith.
Yo.
We could be lighter.
Yo,
we could be darker.
Akaash told me this shit back in the day. I didn't even pick up on it, but he goes, "Let me tell you something. The lighter the skin,
shit.
the prouder. What is it? What
the
was
more
it?
militant you are.
The more militant you are.
He's right. He's really right.
You got to make up for it.
Yeah.
He's right. I'm
And
right.
also, our
gotta
own
make
people,
up for it.
our own
Really?
people treat us great.
Wait,
but
are you
then-
black? You what?
You see how he said, "Yeah,
notice,
you heard
notice,
that pride."
notice.
Yeah.
The second we started talking about light skin, A-King started walking out.
A-King got to explain that hair. A-King got
I've
to
had
explain
enough
that
of this
fucking hair.
conversation. You will not claim it. All right, let's just stop for a second. about to pay some bills because when legendary rapper Prodigy died last year after being hospitalized for sickle cell anemia, his friends and fans were shocked. Okay? Now, a new podcast called The Realness from WNYC Studios takes you inside Prodigy's life and music. Using never-before-heard audio tape, The Realness will introduce you to the person behind the rhymes that hid years of excruciating pain. Along the way, The Realness will talk with Queens-based doctor who treated Prodigy and brought sickle cell out of the shadows, the rap legend who knew him, and the activists who wonder if Prodigy may have died needlessly. The Realness is a podcast that goes behind Prodigy's music to reveal his lifelong struggle against his own body and how that struggle informed his lyrics and fueled his success. So make sure you listen and subscribe to The Realness wherever you get your podcasts. And learn more at therealness.org. That's therealness.org. All right, back to the show. Are you black? You're black? Yeah. You are black. Full?
God damn it, Jordan. Fuck.
So there's some not black in there. Wow, Jones.
I refuse to take one.
Wow, Mouse.
I refuse to take
What
one.
you afraid of?
That feeling. What you
afraid of?
Right.
Dude,
Feeling that.
Yo, we need to do that like a Maury, but finding out how black you are. Bro,
So I can run off the stage?
Yo, we get, and we
I'm that's lying.
Yo, son, we go to like the black Israelites in Times Square talking mad shit. We'd be like, yo, just spit on this thing right here. Give it back to him. 33% Scottish.
Yo, those black Israelites, son. I don't know about those guys.
2 of my roommates from college became those dudes.
Really?
Where'd you go to college at?
That's after living
Tiny
with your
college
fucking
in
feet.
Texas.
I can see why. I see that happening.
Son, you got to see this guy's feet.
No, I don't.
Bro.
They're not even that crazy.
Dude,
Like, you got on a
Your
good pair of
feet are
sneakers.
definitively worse.
Here's the thing. Is it wrong to say that, okay, I know you can't say people look like monkeys, right?
Oh, shit.
Well, you only cannot say black people look like monkeys.
No.
You chew your toes.
I do. I have a lot of monkey-like qualities. I like smelling my poop and I like chewing my toenails. Well, now I
You
can't
smell
do
your
that.
shit?
Fam, you don't do that?
No, I look at the paper
Yo,
towel.
how about this? The paper towel, fam.
I mean,
What, you in
paper towel,
prison,
whatever you call
son?
it.
You wiping your ass?
Toilet tissue.
Motherfucker wiping his ass with brawny.
Quicker, pick her up.
Yo, so, all right, you ever do this? This might be a little flagrant, but you ever do this? You ever take it and then you get a wipe and then you mush it in the paper because you gotta see if there's any seeds.
I do that. I do
You're not trying to see.
Especially like, so I did this morning after I took
Yeah.
shit because I was eating like a shit ton of kettle corn popcorn yesterday.
Right.
So I was like, let me see. And then like,
How corny is this popcorn? That you trying to find out?
It's cornier than Joe Budden's +1 podcast.
Hey, we're gonna take shots. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover today. I'm just saying. I've been looking recently.
That's your shit.
Not too much recently. I've been off bread, Mouse.
Oh.
I don't fuck with bread anymore.
Yo, Andrew, how do you live?
Son.
Because
I
like
don't
every
know.
time I hear
I don't
something or
know.
talk to you, you're done eating something.
Yo, no refined sugar.
Mouse. His life is fascinating.
Son, my life is fascinating, son. I'm bringing Alex
I
in,
feel like
bro.
Andrew only has like 1 fork, 1 spoon.
I don't know if you own utensils.
Nah, I just found out my oven doesn't work. I bought this place a year ago, and this girl was at my.
So you just found out.
This girl came over. First of all, we had to buy pans. What is it called? Pans.
Aluminum pans?
Pots and pans, right?
You didn't have no pans in your house?
I didn't know.
What do you mean? Then? How you?
I don't know. I don't boil.
I mean, I'm not an adult. I'm not an adult either.
Yeah.
So, but like women make sure I have what I need.
Yeah. I mean, look. Here's
So
the
you've
thing.
been in this place for a year.
Here's the
No
thing.
woman cared enough.
No,
to...
but you have to understand when you date black women like I do. You know what I mean? They always save you a
Alex,
plate.
listen up.
They always save you a plate. You know what I mean?
Come
So
on,
like,
son.
I never had to. You know what I'm saying?
Alex ain't
They always
I can
got
look
me
at
with a
Alex
plate,
and tell
bro.
you ain't never got a
plate.
Alex,
Yo.
your last girl. We're gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna prove this to you. Watch
Yeah.
this. Alex, your last girlfriend. She ever saved you a plate?
She's all the time.
Okay. How did she give you the plate? Like, how did she bring you the plate?
Wrapped in aluminum foil.
Yeah, that's not black. Black people put another plate on top of the other plate.
Yup. It's 2 plates, bro.
Yeah.
Where's the aluminum foil coming from? Like you gotta, you're leaving the cookout. Nobody can find aluminum foil.
son, first
you
of
take
all-
that plate and put it over the other
You
plate.
crazy like this? That's why you crazy out. Look, yo, that's why you crazy, bro. Y'all didn't know? Y'all didn't know about the double plate, bro? Yo, first of all, Nah, for real. That's where the double cup come from. It comes from the double plate. And honestly, one of the things that LeBron James got in his new school is
Double plate,
they got
double
the
plate,
double plate.
double
They got
plate.
2 sets of plates for every
and
kid
how
to
to
go
actively
there.
avoid eye contact with white women.
That's it. You
Oh,
out.
man.
You got the double plate and you out, and a little something's coming out the side. The peas
Alex, you
start
gotta
falling
start
out the
loving
side.
black women, boy.
Yo,
I'm
I
telling
love
you, man.
black women, man.
Listen.
That is crazy that you refuse to.
Yo, so
date
who was the
white
last white girl you fucked?
women. None.
Never in your life.
In my dreams, I fucked Topanga and Trish Stratus. Those are the only 2 white women I ever found.
Oh, Topanga
Topanga
from
from Boy Meets
Yeah.
Boy
World.
Meets World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Corey's boo.
She's fire, son.
Yeah, she's hot.
And Trish Stratus.
She does
was
have a
fire.
black name. Maybe that's yo, maybe
So
that's
is Trish Stratus, to be honest. There's 2 video hoe
I ain't never
names
met-
if I ever
I ain't
heard
never-
of.
Yeah, Trish Stratus was definitely a
imagine
porn
if
name.
people listening and never seen Boy Meets World. The only white girl I wanted to fuck was Topanga. Topanga
Topanga
Jenkins.
sound like the bitch who got beat up by Sharkeisha.
It was Topanga versus Sharkeisha. Something's wrong with y'all.
The greatest celebrity death match.
Listen,
In history.
Topanga was fire, but Topanga was also built like a black woman. So I didn't like growing up, like those first couple seasons when they were kids.
Yeah.
She was not attractive.
Yeah.
It was not until they hit motherfucking puberty and she got those fucking hips.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't know how to.
You like all the hips.
I like a woman who fills out.
Yeah.
I like a woman.
But
who
can you
fills out.
handle that, bro?
No, to be honest with you, I can't.
Spill the water.
I can't.
You can't handle that.
I like
You got to get yourself a nice
I like petite women.
Danish chick.
What?
A nice Danish chick.
Like
bro.
like the
Like a strudel.
like the strudels?
Like the pastries?
Yeah, no.
No, not like the pastries. Like the country, Denmark. Get yourself a nice Danish chick.
No.
You don't want that. You won't even try it.
They're not like white women have not been attractive to me.
You don't find them attractive.
Like I've never seen one in real life and I'm like, oh my god.
You know that's physically impossible.
No.
You're describing something that's physically impossible.
How?
Do you like light skin black chicks?
Yeah.
What about a very tan white chick?
They're still white. They
How
still
would you
have
know?
very sharp features. They still have very.
What if it's a soft featured? What if it's racially ambiguous?
Oh, I fuck a racially ambiguous.
See,
that's still black.
Jordan, you see how
still
I
black.
get him there? You see how I get him there,
How did you
Jordan?
get me when I
You
just
see
said-
how I get him
Yo,
there,
you see
bro?
that, right?
You see
Yo,
how I
Andrew
get him
the
there,
spin
bro?
god.
Hey, all I'm saying is if you down to have a little bit, it's
Right,
you know
right.
what it is, bro?
Oh, I will fuck a half and half.
That's wait, hold on. I thought you're not black unless you full black.
No, I said you can't say that you run the.
You see how Alex doing that sound?
Yeah,
you
I
know he
know.
hadn't fucked no black chicks.
I know.
Cause that shit had no rhythm. that shit sound
Yo,
like
he hums on the 1 and the 3.
that shit sound like a bad car speeding by.
Fuck you, Drew.
The motherfucking
I had your back and shit.
Yo, you see how I'm flip flopping? I'm playing against each other.
Oh yeah.
see?
Yeah, they're gonna hear this podcast and they're definitely gonna be like,
Yo.
you see that mouse? You went on that podcast and that white man turned you against that other black guy.
Exactly.
Have you know?
That's
have
how
you know
they do.
Andrew's way blacker than Alex. This guy Alex is wearing a short sleeve hoodie. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's hot
bro.
out here, man.
It's hot and cold.
It's hot in here, bro.
So why
It was
wear a short
raining.
sleeve hoodie?
Oh my
raining.
God. Okay, here's a question, Alex. We're gonna test everybody's black woman knowledge in the room. Okay.
I'm going to.
Okay. Listen. Obviously, I'm gonna win. Okay. It's hot outside.
Yep.
Okay. Black woman has had her cornrows in for 6 days.
Okay.
Okay. Getting a little bit itchy. How does
This is the stupidest
how,
shit you've ever
No,
done.
I like this.
how does she ease that itch? Alex, you start.
She goes with the tap.
Ooh,
what?
the tap, he got it.
Oh
He
damn!
got it.
I wanted him to show it. I didn't know he knew it.
He
That was a good
fucking
guess.
got it,
That was a
bro.
good guess.
He fucking got it.
He's watching.
That was good.
He's watching Uncut.
He watched it.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all fall for who you want. Alex don't really fuck with black women. I promise. I'm telling
nah,
you.
Alex fuck with
How
black
the
women.
girl
Listen,
I'm dating right now is black.
let me ask
Because
you a
no
question.
one has ever seen this woman.
This is
Full
how
black.
you could tell if you've been with a black girl. Okay.
Can I say this, though?
Yes.
Alex, very suddenly in the last 2 weeks, is talking about how he loves black women, and the girl he's dating. So the girl you just started fucking is black. Before that,
Is that your girlfriend or you
speak
just
to
fucking her?
before that.
We dating.
They date. Just let them date.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Listen.
So it's not your girlfriend.
Yo, mouth.
So you won't. So you won't. So let me understand why. I just
Yo,
want to know why you won't
come
commit.
on, son.
I just want to know why you can't commit to a black woman, my brother.
See, bro, why are you doing that to me? What happened
I'm
to the
so
girl
happy
you was just
Miles
dating,
is
though?
here.
That was a black woman.
Yeah,
and we no longer date.
What happened to her?
But
happened?
Before her, I was
What
also
happened?
dating a black woman. Before her, I was also dating a black
but I
woman.
mean-
Like I have a long list. I have a 29-year
Let
list
me ask you
of
this.
dating
Oh,
black
so
women.
you have a history of leaving black women.
Whoa! Shots are fired.
Fuck.
Do you know what I mean? Whoa,
I
that
don't
was
have no
crazy.
problem leveling up to a better black woman.
Wow.
Shit.
Damn.
Damn, return
Hold on,
Valley.
hold on. There's no such thing as a better black woman.
Exactly.
That's a lie.
Okay, they're all great.
Yeah, no, they're all good.
Ooh.
They're all good.
Let me ask you: have a black woman ever been getting head? Her giving you head.
Yeah.
And her, what's it called? Start to itch, and you patted it for her.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You have
Absolutely.
to.
I'm a great man.
That's love.
You know,
You
you
have
gotta
to.
apply. You actually gotta apply that oil. You gotta apply the oil to the scalp if you really love her.
Fingertips.
Yeah.
When I had
Don't,
corn.
Alex, don't get in here.
Yeah, don't try to
Son,
the fingertips.
First
What
of all,
else you
what
gonna
else you
apply
gonna
it
use
with?
to apply
Yeah,
it?
The fingertips.
Okay.
Right? The fuck else you gonna apply it with?
First of all,
Yo,
Fingertip?
you
no,
see-
technically you could
see-
use Akaash's feet. This motherfucker got
They are-
primate feet. You know, Akaash been with this girl just petting her fucking head,
Oh my god.
braiding her hair with his toes. So you gotta see Akaash's big toe. First of all, Akaash's big toe. You know how big toes are supposed to be at the end of the foot? His shit come out the side.
How long were you exposed to Akaash's
We lived
feet?
together. I've seen this guy. If I saw him walking around barefoot, I go in my room. I just go take a nap
hilarious.
because I could. Bro, it was one of those things.
It was
Why?
it was-
I don't think
I used,
I've
to, I
ever
used
seen.
to tell you when you ask me, yo, you think these sneakers are hot? I'd be like, yeah. Just fucking anything,
As long as you
please.
keep 'em on.
Look, yo,
Tie
put them
them
shits
up.
on. Son, you gotta work those in. I would say that. You gotta work them in.
Oh,
You gotta
fuck.
get them in.
I
Get
just-
some walking.
Oh my god.
I don't think I've ever seen a guy, and I've never seen a guy's feet.
Yeah,
now I'm
like-
thinking about it.
He got feet right there.
Well, I'm
Alex got some
seeing this
beautiful
because
feet.
now you pointed it out, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong
adorable,
with him?
adorable feet.
I don't. Yeah,
It's hot in here, man. Come on, stop.
Yo,
You know, it's hot. Let me take my shoes off. Shut the fuck up,
bro. You know what I heard?
Who ventilates from the bottom?
Listen, no real talk.
It's the
You take
extremity.
your feet off. That shit. You take
Yeah.
your socks off. Your
Come
foot.
on,
That's a nice thing.
extremities.
Come on. Why you think Akaash people always in sandals? Oh my. They know.
I didn't think
They
they
been.
I
used
just
to
thought
the
they
heat.
were tired of seeing the sneakers.
We also can't afford the sneakers.
Yo,
So
hey, you smart, son. Yeah, you smart. That's a good one. All right. You know what I heard is actually great for your feet? Lugs. yo, I heard lugs boots are the best boots for your sneakers. Is that true, Mouse? And why you going at Flex?
No,
What happened,
lugs,
Mouse?
Lugs are terrible for the culture. No one should have ever tried to sell us lugs, let alone the cultural DJ and the voice of New York back then. But
and he said back then.
So he was the old voice in New York. Funk Flex.
I think by default. No, I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna bullshit. Like, yeah, like Flex. Growing up, I used to sit in front of the radio waiting for Flex to come on. I used to listen to Battle of the Beats. I used to listen whenever Flex was on, dropping bombs on records. I was there listening. So, like growing up, Flex was a staple in the city. And then like I had cousins that's older
I
than
had
me.
a Flex album. Like he was one of his albums.
There was a time where
Yeah, there
DJs
was
were
a
putting out
Jadakiss
albums
song
and
on
it
there.
was hot.
Yeah, Flex had some. He had some albums.
Don't give me my ass cap or get your ass capped. I remember that Jadakiss line forever. It was
Really?
on a Funk Flex CD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jadakiss
Give
been
my-
dropping immaculate verses
He's
for
the
20
best.
plus
He's
years.
so
Okay,
great.
so you are at a party. Let's put this together.
Yeah,
Where's this party?
this party is at the Well in Brooklyn.
The Well in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, paint the picture for
What
us.
part of Brooklyn?
That's on Messer Road. What's that? Williamsburg.
Okay.
It's in Williamsburg. So we're there. I get
So
there
Alex
early.
might have been there with a white
A
girl
Caucasian
nearby.
event.
He might have. That is a nice little gentrified dwelling place.
Yes, it
So he
is.
might have pulled up, but once he seen
Right.
all the ethnic activities, he was out.
What Alex told me is he was purchasing a nice artisanal cheese.
And a port.
I didn't know what
And a
arugula. I didn't know what
port to go
arugula was
with.
until I met Alex.
Arugula?
I didn't know what it was until I met Alex.
That's Topanga's sister?
It's a plant.
It's a
vegetable.
plant?
Alex
Just
put me
call it
on.
a plant. Yo, Mouse got the hood card back. He goes, I didn't know what arugula was till I met Alex. Like, oh, what's arugula? He goes, that's a plant. He didn't even call that shit salad, B.
I didn't even notice.
I mean, technically
I
it is a
noticed.
plant, but I
I
never
call that
referred to
shit plant.
salad
I'm
as
not
a
gonna
plant.
hold you. I always call that shit plant.
I didn't even notice because it does look mad planty.
It looks
It
just
don't
like
even
a
look like it
plant,
should be in
son.
the salad.
No.
All right, but let's not get distracted.
Yeah. So yeah, it's this past Sunday. I'm at Les Fest. I already told the guys because I we never had a personal run-in, just like little Twitter shit
You
back and
and
forth.
Funk
Me and
Flex.
Flex.
Like what kind of back and forth?
Just like he would do some corn shit and I would call it out and he'd feel the need to retweet or respond to it as old men do on Twitter. But I'm not even really gonna hold you. Like if somebody say some shit to you on Twitter and you respond, cool.
That's fine.
But he reacts and that's the difference.
So
You know
he's
what I mean?
reacting to you. You guys have a little bit of a beef. I want you to just paint the picture before we play the video because
Right.
we do have the audio of the video. So give us everything leading up to that.
So yeah, I get there early and I had to.
Very white of you.
No, I got there early because I had to leave in the middle, so I didn't want to be so niggerish.
Right. Oh my lord!
Yeah,
That
not a
was
word you guys
hard
should.
R.
Yeah.
Even Jordan felt uncomfortable with his quarter white skin.
Looking like Sean King cousin.
Oh shit! Oh, that's definitely white of you.
Yo, if you just looked at him from the knees down, that guy white.
Damn.
Also from that camera lens down.
Yo, where do you work? Yo, tell him where you work.
Oh boy.
No, I'm just saying because
Where do you
just
work?
tell him where you work.
I work at a
Geek
Don't
Squad.
say it tough.
Don't say it
Don't
right.
make you sound how tough you said.
Hey,
Say
bro.
the whole sentence. Say the whole sentence.
I work at Geek Squad.
All right, that's fair.
Okay.
First of all, you come up to me talking like that, fixing my computer. I go, give me my fucking computer. You fix no goddamn computer.
So nothing about you
Call
say
Akaash.
computer.
I'll be like, yo, Akaash, come here and fix my shit, because this motherfucker's trying to break my computer. Yo, Geek Squad sent someone over to steal the computer.
Like if I was like, you know how they got the help on the computer now, you don't even have to call, like they'll email you the help.
Yeah.
And I seen Akaash, I'd be like, oh, he knows what the fuck
I'll
is
be
going
there.
on.
Yo, just
until
call
he
me.
call, until you
Just give me
call him
10
and you hear
minutes.
that voice. I'm like, nah, get
Nah,
the fuck out
yo,
of here.
if he show up in the Jordan 3s like he got on,
Oh,
I'd be like, nah.
I'm like, fuck it, I'll get a new computer.
I'd be like,
They can't trust Jordan or Akaash. I'm getting a new fucking computer.
yo, Geek Squad, these motherfuckers been in America too long. I don't know what's going on.
Hip hop is ruining everything. Got Geeks tough, Akaash talking regular and Jordans. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So there is one thing you could be prejudiced when your life is on the line or you got expensive shit on the line.
That's the fact.
Like I remember I needed a doctor,
Can we?
and my assistant was at the time. My assistant, I was like, "Can you get me a doctor?" And she was like, "Who do you want to see?"
You have an assistant?
No.
I don't have one
I don't have one anymore. But like my assistant goes, here's some doctors, and she gives me some names, and they just kind of seem like white guys. And I was like, listen, I'm gonna need some ethnic shit. Yo. Let's keep it I'm gonna need some.
It depends. For me,
Gupta,
right.
Singh.
Oh,
You
my
know what I
God.
mean? Something Jewish.
For me,
sounding.
it would depend, right? Anything neurological, I might want to hear a Zen on the end. I might want an Asian doctor. Anything with the skin, I'm definitely gonna ask for a Middle Eastern doctor. I need a Singh, a Chupak.
Well, that's not Middle East, bro.
What's that?
That's
is that?
Asia, son. India's in Asia.
That's not. That's like you got Wakanda and then you got the motherfuckers that look like Kaz. That's Middle Eastern and Indian.
That's like, well, technically they wouldn't let Kaz in, but he'd still be in Africa.
Yo, he's the leader of the Jabari tribe.
Jabari tribe. That's what I was.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
they pushed them motherfuckers to the north, right?
That was fucked
Yeah.
up.
Hey, if you had a Kaz by you, you'd push him up north too.
Dude, Kaz could definitely win that fight.
Against
Oh, dude, the Jabari guy, he was fucking massive.
yeah, I don't know if Kaz could take Jabbar.
No, I think he could
M'Baku.
take
Chadwick.
Chadwick easy.
Kaz a fuck up.
That's
Chadwick.
lightweight, bro. Chadwick weighed
You know
110
that's fair
pounds.
because Chadwick is winning. He's outsmarting his
Yeah,
his
he's all-
opposers.
he's
And
nerd
Kaz
shit.
is pretty smart.
Yeah, but he's also going to be much bigger.
I realize.
Chadwick's
that.
arms are barely long enough to do the cross.
Yeah, he's a very little guy.
Yeah, that's
He's a
why
very
he-
little guy. The way they
yeah.
shot that movie was genius because
From the bottom up.
I had no idea that I was standing next to him. I'm like, nah, that's not him.
You never saw his feet the entire movie.
No, it was in water.
That's it. That's how I wish our apartment was when Akaash and I lived together.
All right.
This motherfucker be picking rocks up out of the water with his whole
By
foot.
accident?
I got a better foot than you though. Real talk.
Nah, bro.
You gotta show it.
I think you gotta show it.
You don't have to.
Yo,
Don't-
and you
don't
also
be
got
pissed. I'm not
gonna be
hairy
goated
toe
in this.
knuckles.
I do got hairy toes. I'll be
Son.
honest with that. I got hairy
Son.
toes.
Yeah,
I got
you
hairy
see?
Mouse,
toes. I'll
mouse,
be real. I'll
mouse.
keep it a stack with that.
When you look at his feet, you're gonna think primate shit. I'm telling you, bro. It's very primate-esque.
That's disgusting. You got hairy knuckles. Shave that
Yo,
shit. What the fuck
hairy
you doing?
knuckles.
I'm not shaving my motherfucking toes.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Put it this way. Let's say this. We're all sitting down, right?
It's crazy that it's crazier to shave the hairy toe than to have the actual hairy toe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild,
No,
dude. That's
you
wild.
shave
We
that
men,
shit.
dog. What the fuck?
Yeah, we're not shaving toes. All right. Here's the question.
been listening to too much Funk Flex.
Hypothetical.
What you thinking, bro?
Hypothetical. We're all sitting around. All of us broke both of our wrists and our hands just in casts.
Oh my god.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we thirsty
Here
as
we go,
we,
here
thir-
we go.
we thirsty as fuck. And we need something to drink, right? And
die.
all there is a Poland
Here we
Spring
go, here
on
we
the
go.
table. It's a big ass Poland Spring, right? All of us got broken hands. We just sitting there, right? Who gonna open that Poland Spring? Akaash gonna bring his baboon foot up onto that fucking table, okay? And he gonna crack that fucking bottle open in a heartbeat so we can get some drink, so he can stop being thirsty. Now back to Flex.
Oh my god.
You at the party?
So I'm at the party. Like I said, I had an interview. I had to do an interview. So I left. And I went to Manhattan to do the interview. So then I'm trying to avoid having to ever be there while Flex there, because I know for a fact this is not gonna turn out good. Because I'm the host, so I have to be on stage, and I already know the type
How
of
can
guy
you
he
leave
is.
early if you're the host?
Because there was 3 of us.
Okay.
So it was me, Funny Julius, and Alexa Layton. And so when I leave, I text. I'm sitting around waiting for the guy to show up. We do the interview. Then I bullshit with the crew for probably another 20, 30 minutes. Then I finally get in a car, so if I get over there, and I'm like, I text Julius. I'm like, yo, who DJ so far? He runs out the names. I'm like, all right, I bet I still got like another 20 minutes before I'm there. He'll be done. As soon as I get out the car, the Corvette pulls up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm
You
not
got a
going by the
Corvette?
stage. Yeah, he's
Go on.
Flex. Yeah,
Go on.
Corvette. So I go in, and I stay away from the stage. I'm like, if I go up there, this is not gonna turn out good. So while I'm standing in the crowd, he's playing the worst set I've ever heard in my life. He's just switching from records. He's not blending them. The DJs talk about transit. He's not doing any of that. He's literally playing a song and then switching the fader over, and the next song is playing. It's terrible. He's playing terrible songs, garbage shit. And now people are starting to leave. And so now people are coming to me like, yo, Mouse, you got to get up there. You got to get up there. Because he's not talking. So for whatever reason, I don't know why he's not talking. Maybe he didn't feel paid enough to talk or whatever. But anytime I don't have to hear his voice is good. So I'm like, all right, man, let me see what I can do. So I go and I tell Julius, I'm like, yo, Julius, talk over the set, man. He's like, he's playing bullshit. Like, he just played racks on racks. I'm not.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. So I told Alexa, I'm like, yo, host, like, talk over the set. She won't tell. I'm like, no, she did talk, but you can't really hear her voice. She got softer voice.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck. And then, the people who's invented is my people who put Lust Fest together, Frank and Juice. I'm like, all right, man. So I get the mic, and I just simply say, these old niggas gotta stop wasting our fucking time.
Now, do we have the clip ready? Is this in the clip or no?
No, that is setting it up because he was still on stage when I said that. So this whole thing about him not being there and me being tough when he left.
Right.
Anybody who knows me, I'm not pussy. I have no problem saying exactly how I feel to you while you're there, especially, and that's usually my point is to say it while you're there.
Right.
So while he's on stage, I'm like, yeah, these old niggas gotta stop wasting our time. Get these old niggas the fuck out of here. I kicked him off stage. So he walks off stage, and everybody, because it was a weed-infused everything there. So people are now, like, snapping out of how they're like, oh.
And he just left willingly when you
just
kicked
walks
him off?
He just walks off the stage. And then he couldn't
No
even.
altercation with you at all?
No, this is what I'm saying. This is where I don't understand all this fake tough bravado over the internet. Like, because I'm like, wait a minute. I kicked you off. Even before everybody started paying attention, I ousted you off the stage. You got kicked off the stage.
Right.
And then, so I'm like, yeah, get these old niggas the fuck out. And then everybody starts, yeah. And I'm like, yo, we not, and this is really how I feel. As being in the culture, we got to start holding motherfuckers accountable for the shit they do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't be up there doing a whack set and you're supposed to be this legendary DJ and doing a purposely whack set and then expect people to not say nothing about it.
Right.
And if you do expect them not to say about it, Mouse Jones is here now. So I have no problem saying this shit while you're there. So I said it. And so now we're talking about it and the crowd is getting hype. And then out of nowhere, we hear over the system, you hear, nah, nephew.
I heard that. Now play it. Now we have that. So play this clip. We have the clip. We can watch it here. You guys will be able to watch it on YouTube, or you can hear it right now. But I think the audio is.
Drop the record, cause we not paying these old niggas no mind. Go DJ motherfucking boat party, nigga. You wanna come in front of the culture and waste time? Fuck out of here. Go drop 30 better take that dog to the motherfucking pound. I'm not your nephew, dude. We clear New York City, now you about to get it. You're talking to the real New York. You're not talking to Jersey, New York. You talking about niggas that's outside the streets every day. I'm talking to trust. You talking to niggas that's outside every day, nigga. I'm talking to the stop. You ain't talking to nobody. I'm talking to the trust thing every day. And you better talk to Emmis. You better talk to Emmis because we know the truth. You better talk to Emmis. We know the truth, nigga. Do your job and let me do mine. Now I said if you really from New York City, let me hear you say yeah. I said if you motherfucking tired of niggas getting on that radio wasting your time, let me hear you say yeah. Motherfucker gonna play Racks on Racks in 2018. The fuck is that? Nigga got a bag and lost his mind. Nigga, you try to, hey.
All right. All right, cut. Oh, wait a minute. You said, okay. I wanted to keep it playing until you told him to say cut that off.
Yeah, because no.
Because
That goes to show you that, like, on like a bigger point, right? That goes to show you how great of a job he's not doing, right? Because no matter what, that DJ should have known after that.
Yeah.
You
play some New York shit.
You should have played Computers. The fucking roof would have exploded.
Right.
Like,
I don't know that song, but yeah. Who wrote that one? Joe
Bobby
Budden?
Shmurda.
Oh,
and,
Bobby Shmurda.
Rowdy Rebel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the one where he throws the hat in the sky?
You looked at me like I would know that song.
No, I looked at you like.
You looked
did.
at me
I
like
expect you
this
to know that song.
motherfucker, and I was like, "Huh? Computers? You want me to fix them again? Just give
Well,
me,
Computers
just
is
give
a
me
very-
20 minutes to get my side toe into my Jordan, apparently, and I'll be there."
Computers are very New York centric.
Yo, I once saw him hit double tap on a space bar with his toe.
Okay.
I saw that shit in real life, bro. I saw that shit in real fucking life.
That I could actually do. That's not hard. Double
Nah,
tap
but it
on
was
a
very
space
easy
bar.
with you, bro. I remember the computer went to
can't do
sleep and you woke that bitch up with your toe.
I could do that. But that's
Anyway,
not hard.
so okay, back to this. So there's a line in it where you say you better talk to Ennis.
Emmis.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
Emmis
Because
is the
we know
owner-
the truth.
Yeah, Emmis is the owners of
Hot 97. Emmis is a radio conglomerate, right? Okay, and what is the truth?
Flex not gonna make it past the second contract. This contract is it.
Is the last one.
Yeah, like they've been looking to move that.
Get rid of him.
Yeah. because
Now,
he's doing
they've
all-
already started this. My understanding was back in the day, there was like a Flex umbrella, and everybody under the umbrella was protected. You know, like my guy Cypher Sounds was under that Flex umbrella because he came, and he was completely protected.
Yep.
And the first chinks in the armor were when they removed that umbrella, and they were basically like, Flex, you doing what you do.
Yeah,
So now you're saying after this contract,
it's over.
you think it could be over before that?
I would like to see that, but I don't think so. I think they would have probably too much, because who would fill that? At least you got a few years now to at least find somebody who's gonna have to fill that late night spot, and I think he does like Saturdays too. So you'd have to find somebody to fill that. Hopefully, this shit put some. I mean, they don't give a fuck. I don't know what. I know they're white people, and I know they have a lot of money and could really care less about Hot 97, how important it's been to hip hop kids like myself.
course, yeah.
You're from the city. You know
Every morning.
I knew Hot 97. I grew up in Texas.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, for it to be what it was and for it to be a clown show where it's at now, I mean, it should say something to somebody. But
So, I mean, yeah, I mean, radio's in a tough situation right now.
That's what I was.
I
Gonna
wouldn't
say.
say that though. Like I hear people say that.
Terrestrial,
and maybe
terrestrial radio.
yeah, terrestrial.
Sirius XM is murdering it.
And probably like specific places, but I see Hot 97 being, at least for hip hop radio, 'cause that's what I follow.
So here's the thing.
Because BLS is outperforming them.
BLS
is the sister station. They
Right.
play like older R&B music and
because
things of that
who's still
nature.
listening to radio?
Older
Older
people.
folks. And I think what happened with Sirius XM, and to be honest, this is what I said initially when they filed for bankruptcy and they were having trouble. I go, nobody's gonna buy that fucking box. I was like, if you just gave everybody the box, we'd realize we liked it, and then we'd keep paying. And now every car
Comes with it.
comes with a box,
Yep.
and all of a sudden, you get used to a radio show in the morning, you get used to a radio show at night, you get used to like a joke channel or something like that, and you go, you know what, this is worth $8.
Right.
This is worth whatever. So now you're in this situation where you got some, I guess you would say, you have some beef with Flex, but
It's not beef.
But it's
we
not
got
beef.
an issue. It's not beef. Nobody's gonna die.
Okay,
here.
no, I don't mean beef. I mean but it seems to me that your issue is not a personal one with Flex.
No.
But rather, you don't feel like he is honoring the culture
Exactly.
in a way that maybe he used to. Because at one point in time,
I don't know that he ever did. So now that when you look at it, right? Now when you look at it, like we've had conversation offline. Like there was a time where I was just happy to be a part of this, and there was also a time where I was just strictly a fan. So like there was no need to look at anything past what I was already seeing, right? So growing up, hearing him on the radio automatically to me says, oh, famous, legendary. Everybody hearing artists go up there, artists that I love, go up there and be so excited to be up there. I'm like, oh, this is it. Like this is the guy. Gets the car show. I'm like, this is the guy. But then something started missing, because now I'm like, okay, there's Flex, and then there's some more Flex, and then there's some more Flex, and then
What are you looking for?
I'm always looking when I discuss, or when I look at leaders and I look at people who are putting things into the culture, I look at the fruit, right? I don't look at the tree so much. I look at the fruit.
Right.
So if we look at Charlemagne, for example, right? Like it's not we're not gonna sing his praises all day, but if we like Charlemagne, we get myself, we get Schulz. I mean, to an extent, we get Flagrant 2. We get K Fox. We get we get Angela Rye. We get you get what I'm saying?
Sure, there are people that you would say come up under. Right.
And
Absolutely.
and he's never been the one to
Greatness begets greatness. kind of
right,
thing.
and it's never hey, you can only get but so far, right? It's I bring you up. It's not even I bring you up.
That's what
he brings us to the table to eat.
That's what good people should do. That's
now
what good
Flex
leaders should
is
do.
the exact opposite, and
Right.
I just felt that, and then when I read Angie's book, it put it all in perspective.
What did she say?
So in Angie's book, she talks about Flex just when she got her position, Flex hating, and Flex wanting not telling a certain artist, if you go to Angie's show, then you can't come to my
And
show.
they're both Hot 97.
And this is while they're both at Hot 97.
Right.
So now I'm like, oh, so this guy is a bozo. He's a clown. And then as I got older, and as radio stopped becoming so prominent, everybody has to do their antics. And then so now you're doing the fake text message from Hove, from Jay-Z. This is Hove, and you got everybody sitting around waiting for a Meek Mill record that never came, that was never promised to you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo,
That's when I felt like, and I'm very upset, but that's when I was reading Twitter. I was like, oh, Flex is done.
yeah,
huh?
Flex is a joke. He's become a
promising
caricature of
He's
himself.
promising us his record, and this shit is really, I'm reading the tweets, it's just not going to drop.
He's become a caricature of himself. Flex on radio is much like the people who have 22 followers on Twitter or something, but will tweet, yo, I don't know how I always get sucked into social media beef.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Right.
It's 22 people. Who the fuck are you talking
Right.
to?
Right.
Where's this reach that you're getting
Right.
you're getting dragged into? I don't
Right.
understand. That's Flex within radio. Just a lot of noise making, but nothing's going on.
Right.
A lot of barking, literal and figuratively, and nothing's changing. You're not pushing the culture forward. Where is the person that you brought up? And when people try and make it like it's such a me versus Flex thing, or it's a me, a young versus the old. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I still revere some of these old. I looked at Andrew. I didn't know him. If I would have known him, I would have balked on Andrew when he came at Jazzy Jeff. It's disrespectful. Jazzy Jeff is one
Who's
of the.
Jazzy Jeff?
You're so crazy. Let's not be disrespectful.
Wait, the guy that got thrown out of Uncle Phil's house?
Right, making millions on TV doing that. But it started where he was a DJ first. He's one of the most renowned DJs. If you ask any DJ, he's one of the most renowned and he puts that into the culture. We don't have these arguments about Clue. We don't have these arguments about envy. You say what you want about envy on camera and on Breakfast Club. As a DJ, nobody is saying, get out the way.
Yeah.
There's a reason why somebody's telling you get out the way. You only tell somebody to get out the way when they're in the way.
Yeah, or you fear them.
No, I don't. I haven't witnessed that. Not in our culture.
And let me just clarify in terms of get out the way. when he's stopping someone else from having an interview.
Yeah.
That's fear based.
Oh,
that's
from him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
I
I
get
meant.
what
That's
you're saying. Yeah,
insecurity,
absolutely.
right? It's
Oh,
like
easy.
if I don't get this in, if she gets this interview, she's gonna do it so well that my interview will be fucked up with that
And
person.
then I
and it
started to
won't be
realize,
interesting.
where was all of this? Where was all this work he was putting in the culture? Right? He was the man because he was DJing the tunnel. He was DJing the tunnel because he was on Hot 97.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? The tunnel was this place that was revered because only the real niggas could go there and get busy. Flex happened to be in there because he was a Hot 97 DJ.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, there is none of this, all of this bravado he likes to push on the radio, there is none of that in real
So
life.
just anybody who's listening, the Tunnel is a historic nightclub
Yeah.
in New York City.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about this.
During a time where literally nightclubs in New York City, every weekend someone would get stabbed or shot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they would just continue keeping it open.
Yeah.
Right? Like now if somebody
right.
gets shot
Yeah.
anywhere,
That
it
venue
closes
is
the next
over.
day, right? Or if they find a rat in Taco Bell got to shut down and give away tacos.
Right.
Literally the Tunnel, and there was a place up in the Bronx called Sue's Rendezvous.
You talking about the strip club?
No, there's another
Latin Quarters.
no, another one. There's a
I'm only
historic
29.
nightclub in the Bronx. I forget the what is it? Oh, you thought it.
Yeah, that's what they said. I'm 35 now.
Yeah. You're aging poorly for a black.
Here goes the thing. I'm 29. I look,
Alex liked that one.
how old does Alex look?
Listen,
Let's be
listen,
honest here.
Alex looks 24, but he steals the souls of Polish women. So that's how he
Alex
stays
looks
young.
like no one's 24.
Listen, what
That's
if
a lie.
that's the trick to how black dudes don't age? It's just stealing the soul of white women.
You was talking about Flex, man?
so
Daddy's disapproval keeps you young.
so Flex is out here. You think Flex is out of here, but you don't know exactly what the replacement is.
No, but that's the problem. That's the problem overall.
Here's
Go ahead.
a better question. The last big rappers to come out of New York City are whom?
Nicki, ASAP,
Most recently,
Tekashi,
and Cardi, right?
and of course, and Cardi.
Cardi, Tekashi,
Mhm.
right? Both of these people,
Mhm.
I would say, made it independently. I would say made themselves famous.
Cardi, not Tekashi.
Outs-
Tekashi needed radio.
Did Tekashi really get the radio?
Yeah, Gomo was everywhere.
It was
Mhm.
absolutely. I don't. Again, I'm one
Yeah,
of these guys. I'm not
Gomo,
listening.
yeah, the first record that was everywhere.
Really,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Okay, so
I mean,
radio,
obviously it blew up on SoundCloud. Obviously,
Right.
it was the internet, but
it
that
became,
was on radio. Like
Okay.
that was on radio.
okay. Fair enough. I guess what I was trying to get at, the question was, how much is radio doing to break artists anymore, and
Okay.
could that have anything to do with the lack of rappers that have been coming out of New York City? The fact that
To answer the first one, I think radio, when done right, is doing a lot for artists, right?
Right.
Not so much, and not
Who's
so
doing
much.
it right?
Not Power's doing it right. Like Power's doing an excellent job at that, because I fell victim to, or not fell victim. I've been a part of it. I know a lot of other people have been part of it. People don't even. You might have. So what's the guy name? Black Youngster.
love him.
Loved Black Youngster, but
Love
before
this
his
guy.
Breakfast Club interview, couldn't care.
Oh, I was a huge
Couldn't
fan.
care.
He's my favorite rapper whose music I don't listen to.
I feel the exact same way.
That's
but
how I
now-
feel about Tekashi.
I like some of Tekashi's shit, but I like him. I like Plies. Never heard a Plies song.
never.
I mean, like, of course, but I'm not
Oh.
like bumping Plies. But anytime he puts something on
Right,
Twitter
right,
or
right, right,
Instagram,
right,
it's
right.
great. Like Black Younger's personality is
But like
so
21
fucking
Savage would be the perfect person. I did not listen. I did not want to hear anything about it. And I knew a lot of his management, a lot of his people.
Right.
And I was just like, cause I fuck with y'all, I'll retweet this support. Well, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
I obviously didn't need that. He had a great deal. But once I seen his Breakfast Club interview, I was like, oh, let me fuck with this guy. I like what he's talking about. Then I became a fan of the music.
Right,
So that's radio being done right.
right.
Right? It doesn't so much need to be play this record 30,000 times.
So who's the last guy that Flex broke?
His himself. It's been a while.
And I think
I mean, the last record he put a stamp on that mattered. Probably Otis. That was probably the last moment. Like when Jay-Z and Kanye dropped Otis.
and
he
do they
dropped
need that?
a billion? Do they need it? No, but oh boy, that helped.
Of course.
Oh
maybe,
boy, that helped.
Maybe it helped, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is, if your argument is he's not speaking to the culture anymore,
Yeah.
and he's not doing right by the rappers in this city,
100%.
and he's not breaking new records and not breaking new talent, I think you have a good argument.
Well, it's the truth. One thing about me, I can no disrespect. I've had a conversation with you offline, Andrew. So one thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna speak bullshit if I don't know the facts or if I don't feel strongly about it. And 9 times out of 10, when I feel strongly about something, it's because I have some type of something to substantiate what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, so for everybody saying, "Oh, he did that to create a moment," first of all, I genuinely, once I kicked him off and he left, I thought the nigga was gone.
Right.
He put that shit when he got on the mic and started talking back to me.
Right.
So I didn't need a moment for Funk Flex. Like, that happened Sunday.
You weren't clout chasing, is what.
No. It was Sunday. Today's Tuesday. Nothing has drastically changed in my career.
Right.
Today's Wednesday. None has drastically. I still went and did what I was already planned on doing.
Skydiving, or what is it again? Parasailing.
But everything I was doing was already set in place.
I heard you wanted to leave the city because you were scared.
Yeah.
You were like, where should I go where he'll definitely won't send the goons? The water.
Yeah, they said K-May. Yeah, I know Flex was not going in the water. He got to paint it on beard. It's going to wash right off.
He comes out looking like Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, but Ashton is a weird guy, man. Ashton is a very weird guy. Like, the bravado to me is very funny because it's like...
Ashton is...
This is real name.
Here's the thing, though. Hip-hop is for young people. I actually read this on an elevator. Hold up.
What's the point, though?
I read this on an elevator, actually. People stop searching for new music on average at age 29. I'm the same. I don't give a fuck about new music.
Yeah.
If it finds me, it finds me. I'm not looking for it. Right. Now, when Funk is probably in his 40s. Maybe
50.
He's 50s.
Ashton is 50.
This is hip-hop is the culture. Even that is a young kid's term. We weren't talking about the culture growing up, moving forward, the culture.
Right.
So all these young kids are coming, moving shit forward, and he's just this 50-year-old dude trying to hang on to a job. I'm not saying you're not wrong or you're wrong, but I am saying I get a 50-year-old dude trying to hold on to a job. When he was young, he could do that. Now he's 50.
Me too.
And he's too old to fucking... He got a job at Hot 97. He can't cater to the R&B station.
I call him and Ebro, they're the employees of the month. Like, those are the employee of the month guys. Those are the guys that take their job. Like, dog, I took a pen. Relax. Like, you gonna tell the manager I took a pen? Like, relax. Like, those guys that just want to be...
You said Ebro's the same way?
Yeah, Ebro's the same. Ebro jumped in the middle of this shit like a fucking bozo and then got his head tore off. Like, this is what I don't get. Like, why are you, as old guys, are you so scared of bringing up youth?
How did he jump in?
So, me and Ebro have real issue.
Over what?
Well, have a realer issue than what it is with Flex. You know, when Tax got locked up, Ebro went on Premium Peace podcast and was talking real tough. Talking about like, oh, I took your money. I took his money. I had to show him I could take his money. Now, mind you, we were all there. We know what happened. You didn't take anybody's money. Where we're from, when you say you take somebody's money, that means you went in their pocket. Okay. You didn't do that. So don't try and put that out there. What you did is a man disrespected your baby mother, and then you called his job. I don't know how she feels safe, but okay. Like, I know if I ever get disrespected, I know he'll send an email. A swift one at that.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So once that happened, I came at him. And I told him because the thing was on Twitter. I told him like, yo, you're a bitch for that. Like, and I don't mince words. If you ever hear me say somebody's a bitch or pussy, I'm expecting violence. Like, I'm not like everybody. I don't just say that to everybody. I don't call my friends that just being funny. Like, bro, you're such a nah. I don't. Let's not use those words unless we know what it's for.
Right. That's your like opposite of a safe word.
Yeah. Like, that's me letting you know this is a very real issue, dog. Okay. And you were a bitch for that. Right. And then as things, got grew further, I seen him at I seen him at the Dipset concert. He came over while I was with my manager, and he's talking, and his man comes over. He's with some old ass nigga, and he's like, "Yo, just bum rush it. We over here." And so I just say very, very sternly, "Nobody's bum rushing shit over here." They go, everybody's been to the Hammerstein, so they go behind that little curtain, and I guess they went on the other side. 6 days later, we're at the not Blueprint. We're at the 444 concert. Okay. I'm trying to enjoy it. It's my first time in the Illuminati seats. I've never been there before, so I'm enjoying this moment. Right. It's me, a few friends were talking, enjoying it, and it was like a good moment because everybody's like, "Yeah," man. I was like, "Yeah, see you moving, you moving." I'm like, "Word." So I'm enjoying the concert. Yeah. I see Ebro at the corner of my eye. He's standing by us. I'm like, all right, this motherfucker, he's weird. So now he tries to dap me up in front of everybody. After I've already told him he's a bitch and he responded with his little bullshit subs. And so I'm like, are you crazy? So I said nothing to him and just left him hanging in front of everybody.
Okay. I'm always fascinated with these moments. Guy walks up to you, extends the hand. You continue to look at him.
I looked at him and then looked past him and just left his hand there.
And then what happens?
He walked off, as you should. Okay. It's either, because at that moment, you either walk off or you're going to snuff me. Either way, I'm ready for whatever action you bring.
Right.
That's what I say.
Yeah, I'm ready for...
I'm about that smoke, dog.
I'm not laughing at Akaash.
I'm so about that smoke I got asthma.
I'm laughing at how Andrew just laughed it off. Like,
bro, nah, because I can imagine someone walking up to Akaash and then
joke.
Akaash slowly balling up his foot. Yo,
With
can
the
I
Dow
just get
Sim
this
foot?
joke?
She's taking
Yo,
all
what
the
a
legs
fucking
off.
hater, son.
you,
This guy
dog.
care more about his ego than the fans, son. Let them have some joy at your expense.
Just Akaash with the
Ugly
Dow
ass
Sim foot.
fucking chimpanzee feet, motherfucker. All right.
But yeah, I just wasn't like, that's not me. I can't do that. Like, you're number one to me. That's you trying to sun me now.
Right.
Like, I did all that talking. I let people know what energy I'm on.
Yeah.
And you gonna in front of everybody, we gonna dap each other up.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you that, dog. It's not happening. Like,
So you think more people are watching y'all than 444?
I mean, when you're in
front of
the
everybody.
Enough
risers, people were there
like
and
people are
yeah.
around that know the
Gotcha.
situation.
Okay.
You feel what I'm
So
saying?
he walks away. You guys interact again after that or no?
So like one of the fans were on his live and they were like trolling him on his live while he was on Beach One and he was talking about he was playing music and I guess one of the fans were like, yo, you scared of Mouse Jones or you don't want that smoke with Mouse Jones. He's like, who's Mouse Jones? Fuck Mouse Jones. Right. On his Instagram live, I'm like, for what, dog? Like, where was this energy when you seen me?
Yeah.
And I'm not sitting here promoting, everybody got fight. But
here's my question.
You didn't have that energy when you seen me, dog. So where now? Yeah. And he did it over my favorite song. I was tight. Pretty Brown Eyes by Mint Condition. I was tight.
So you're at a stage right now where things are starting to work out for you.
Yes, thank God.
You come from a past. You used to be a stick-up kid. Do some fucked up shit in the past. You are starting to get attention. My understanding and just knowing you, I knew you as like a funny dude. Do you know what I mean? We did your podcast. It was jokes, etc. Right? So I see you. I see someone who's funny. I see someone who is interesting, who has a strong point of view, and who's brave. I think you're brave, which is important in this business. You're now gonna come across a similar situation that, I mean, for, lack of a better observation, Tax was into, which was if you play the role of the tough guy, eventually you're going to have to be tough.
Yeah.
Do you reconcile that? Do you go, hey, maybe I need to transition. Maybe I need to.
I mean, I'm not playing with street niggas here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing with, like, there's a respect amongst street niggas. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a respect. Everybody that was at Lust Fest, that wasn't an industry event. Those people you heard going crazy, those are niggas from the hood that were like, oh, I'm going to this party. Like, they fuck with me. Right. That's who support me. That's who, before y'all seen me, that's how I got to the game for y'all to see me.
They lifted
was because
you up.
they lifted me up. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Tax, Vok, those guys, those are the OGs. Those are the guys that pulled me and was like, yo, do it this way and, be about it this way and show me, okay, well, there's some money or there's a job in this shit for you to just be you. I don't want to be the tough guy. I'm not, like I tell people all the time, like if I say I'm tough in real life, that means because in the streets, when it's time to be tough, I've been tough. I'm tough. That nigga been with me since I was in 11th grade. Yeah. He didn't see, I'm talking about, we from Long Island. There wasn't projects, there was towns. I had a whole town on my head. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there was a whole town that wanted me dead for 3-4 years.
And what, did he just hack all their computers up or something? Like,
shut it down. That camera. He put the flash on. I was sneaking niggas when the flash was on.
I can't see. My eyes.
But you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm like, I'm not playing with these. These are industry niggas.
Where in Long Island are you from?
I'm from Suffolk County, North Babylon.
Of course, Babylon.
Yeah.
My folks had a house in Fire Island.
Okay, so you got to take take the ferry, right, Jordan?
Yeah,
you got to take the ferry. I don't go east of where I'm from.
Okay, so but we would have to switch in Babylon. That's why I'm familiar with
Right.
Babylon.
Oh, the Babylon train station.
Exactly.
Okay,
Long
so
Island Railroad. Yeah, of course.
me and him, we take the Wine Dance train station. So we take the Ronkonkoma
That's
line.
one more down.
No, it's a different. It's a line that runs parallel.
Fair enough.
So we take the Ronkonkoma line, get off in Wine Dance. So the whole town of Wine Dance at one point hated me.
For?
It was some dumb shit. It was some gang shit. It was like some shit like, oh, this nigga don't like this nigga. But like growing up, it was always North Babylon versus Wine Dance. Like going back to our parents. Like I think anybody who's lived in a town.
Legacies of beef.
Yeah. But it was always just like, oh, because we're from North Babylon, we're from Wyandanch.
Sure.
And one thing about it on Long
It's
Island
like
is
the
very
story of Shakespeare, right? Montagues with the Capulets.
yeah,
Same
okay.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
But like with Long Island, it's
What,
every
guys?
town is split up.
True.
Yeah, I'm just going with it.
You're so white.
Son, can I elevate? You know what I mean? I could go with like Bloods and Crips, but why don't I
Why
put
why
you in
not
some
go
romantic?
Macbethian? Right?
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
This is refined gentleman right here.
You know,
Come
I
on,
read,
bro.
I read. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yo, who got some plants we could eat with some dressing later?
but like on Long Island, every town is split. There's a
You know, Akaash shirt made out of arugula.
They do look arugula-ish.
I can fuck with that.
All right, go on.
But in Long Island, every town is split. There's a rich side, there's a poor side,
Sure,
and,
sure,
and
sure.
9 times out of 10, the poor side is the black side.
Okay.
So with North Babylon, they always did that. So when they cut off the other side and the black side, they tried to make it Wyandanch.
They gave you a different name.
Exactly. So they try to push
Wow.
us. So kids had to like lie to get into
that's
school.
what they do.
Like Jordan is
Redistricted.
yeah. So exactly redistricted.
Inwood, Washington
So,
Heights is Inwood now.
so
Same
Jordan's
thing,
from
right?
Wyandanch.
shit, okay.
Jordan's from Wyandanch. Lived in Wyandanch. He had to lie to come to our school.
Really?
You feel what I'm saying? Because they tried to push him to the other school. He was like right on the board. He should have been going to our school.
Right.
So
right.
it's just always been that. So
Right.
now you take that and you got somebody who's really from Wyandanch, somebody really from North Babylon, and we're like, nah, nigga, you was from Wyandanch, and I'm from North Babylon.
Right.
So that's just how it all started. And then by the time we're of age, we're outside and we're
Doing the
you
fuck
know,
shit.
We're doing fuck shit and we're fighting them. And somehow one day everybody realized they were related. Except for me, and I'm like, well, I'm not apologizing for none of the shit that I still am holding on to my beefs with everybody in the town. Did not like that, and
Now, stick-up kid,
Mm-hmm.
my understanding of a stick-up kid was somebody who would rob drug dealers.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be that accurate?
Mhm.
Okay. So
yeah,
you're
no,
not...
I ain't. I mean, I was breaking into civilians' home when I was like a kid. When I was like
Right.
first like starting out, like 13, 14 years old. I was breaking.
When you were starting out.
It's a natural progression. But yeah, like I was doing
Voice
breaking.
changed and you felt like you were ready. Like,
Right, I was like, oh, I got hair
got
on my
muscles
nuts,
I can
man.
lift into this.
So,
Fuck out of here.
okay, so I've always found something interesting about stick-up kids specifically because they seem to be an acceptable type of thief.
Right.
Right? It's
Right.
like the reason why you kind of are okay with Omar in The Wire,
Right.
Yeah.
right, is because he's a
robbing the
hero
other
in a
ba-
way,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, he's
a-
robbing the other bad guys.
He's robbing bad guys, right? It's almost like with some Robin Hood shit. Not
It's
to
Batman.
say,
Batman
Sure.
breaking the law, but he taking.
yo, but
from...
Batman really on some finance shit. Like he
Yeah.
act like he's a hero, but he's still
Right. There's
know,
a
he's
reason
still
why
a-
Gotham.
he's a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
there's a reason why
Investment
Gotham's crime
banker.
rate was what it was. Just fucking the economy up.
Yo,
Wayne
yo,
Enterprise.
LeBron.
yo, he's Trump. He's just kicking black people out their houses so we can build new ones and shit. And then, why
then-
is there so much crime
And then
here?
beat him up after.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that, man.
We're homeless. Oh, I don't know about that. That's a Bruce Wayne guy.
I don't know.
Batman never
Ballerinas.
beat up black criminals like that though. Not never, but you don't see.
Bane
him-
was black in the cartoon, son.
Was he really?
Yeah, in the cartoon, Bane was black.
That's why he's so strong, and that's how he jumped out of that prison. That makes sense now. Everything makes sense.
I don't
you
remember.
know.
I don't remember Bane jumping out of the prison.
You ain't seen the movie? That climb that fucking. that
Tom
jump?
Hardy was white.
Nah, but
but
he's
that's-
saying that's how he got out.
That's the story. Makes sense now.
the
It never
story
made
makes
sense. to me.
sense.
Tom Hardy
All
could
these
jump
white
out.
prisoners like, we can't get out of the prison. Tom Hardy just off of 1 foot. Just like, I got this shit off the vert.
I hate you.
Everybody trying to kill him. He's just like, whatever, bro.
I'm
I
out.
thought it was. Oh, you get it, because he embraced the darkness. Yeah, I was born in it.
Oh shit!
This all
Yeah,
makes-
Alex, embrace the darkness.
Yeah, bro.
For once in your life.
Fucking piece of shit.
Come on,
Wow.
man. I love you too, bro.
That was
Damn,
strong.
bro.
Nah, I had to stand with black women. 'Cause
Nah.
I'm sick of him.
That's what's up. All right, so that's what's up, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Don't
Shout out
put
to
that
all my
label
black
on me,
queens
man.
out there, bro.
Shout out to all the black benevolences. We appreciate you, even if Alex doesn't.
Don't put that.
Damn.
label on,
No,
man.
Alex do
People
like
gonna
black
really
girls,
start
though.
believing that.
Alex does like black women, like when they're like Popeyes and shit. Like
Wait.
when they're serving them food. Like that's about it.
Come on, man.
Okay, first of all, there's no service at Popeyes. There's no full service Popeyes. We know that for a fact.
There's no service at Popeyes.
There's no full service Popeyes. You can't get the Popeyes delivered to your chair. Dude,
Well, no, you should.
Babylon must be really fancy.
No,
if you
there
have a
is no
full-service
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Where's the closest Popeyes in like Amityville?
Wyandanch.
Nah, there's one in Amityville or
This is the
Straight
blackest
Path.
conversation I ever heard. That y'all know the next town over that got Popeyes.
Because there's not everywhere. It's not.
That's the most Long Island black conversation you ever had.
Son, Popeyes really got the black community.
What
Nah,
village
they
is the
do.
You gotta
Popeyes?
think about
got them
Long Island.
hooks,
You
son.
gotta take a train. You just,
They
you
got
just
them
drive.
hooked.
Because the closest one to here is on 14th Street.
Oh,
Yo,
now you
14th
black.
and
Now
3rd.
you black. Now you know
I just
what
want
Popeyes
to
at.
let
Fuck
you guys
outta
know.
here, Alex.
I just want to let you guys know this is how white people feel about police precincts. Like, they know the closest precinct within 3 blocks, no matter what, no
fuck.
matter where they are.
Yo, Andrew told me the funniest shit one time. He was telling me he did shows in, I think, Canada or Buffalo. Buffalo.
Okay, maybe.
And the black people would drive to Canada to get Popeyes. Or
Oh,
vice
wow.
versa.
I think no, it was
Canada to
coming
Buffalo?
into Buffalo.
Literally
Yeah,
cross-
Yeah, I definitely feel like they would go to Buffalo. Buffalo's low key black as shit.
Great city, Buffalo, man. Fucking great
Fuck,
city.
yeah,
Wait,
this guy
so
support.
Mouse.
He
Yo.
loves Buffalo, but not Philly. Like this guy,
Yo,
something's wrong with him.
No. This is what people don't realize. I have a lot of love for the comedy that comes out of Philly and like the people that are crowds in Philly.
Right.
Because it's a working class, just like Buffalo.
Yeah.
Working
Okay,
class.
okay,
Don't
I see
give a
what you're
Tough.
saying.
Don't give a fuck. Those are the places that breed the best comics and they have the best
Read the
audiences.
best comedy audiences.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Because motherfuckers
Boston.
need a laugh.
Yeah, definitely.
Boston
definitely,
is with
definitely.
the Pittsburgh, son, like dark shit.
Yeah,
Shit where it's
yeah,
cloudy.
yeah.
That's where I want to go do comedy. But all right, back to what
Wait,
we're saying.
so I have a question, and kind of related to what you asked him.
Yeah.
Alex, I know you're in real life, so I'm not answering any question.
No, nothing crazy. But you know how lame dudes with money operate.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
You know eventually they just gonna pay somebody and send them your way.
Oh.
I mean, if it's worth it.
But I mean, like
If it's that worth it to you, like that's not even a being tough thing. Like if it's that worth it, I can't stop you from doing that. You feel what I'm saying? If I've
I
affected
mean-
you that much,
you keep poking.
do I keep poking or do I keep telling the truth?
Same.
No, there's a difference.
You
I'm not
said your
poking if
truth
I'm
already.
telling the truth. If I'm not telling my truth. And I think the outcome and the outpouring and the people supporting me and not supporting them is telling you that I'm not telling my
no.
truth. I'm telling the truth.
I agree
So-
with what you're saying. I'm just saying, like,
To
once
tack
you
on to that.
yeah.
To tack on to that. I think what he's more or less saying is that like violence usually happens over economic situations.
Yeah.
Like between countries, between people, like
If it feels like
Violence-
I'm stopping a bag, you're gonna do something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like people always go, "Oh my God, Trump is tweeting. We're gonna go to war." Wars only happen when the money's fucked up. You could tweet the nicest thing about a country, but if you fucking their money up, then we gotta go. And I think that even if what you're saying
Right.
is fucking someone's bag up,
Right.
maybe they send.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I
don't
mean,
want that to happen.
I mean, in that
to you.
situation, what you want me to do? I'm not asking you personally.
No,
I'm just saying in general.
I want you to live your life. I guess what I'm saying is like I think it comes to a time where you see people that are talented, and I think that you're talented.
Thank you.
I didn't even know what you did until recently. You know what I mean? But then I started to become a fan. Like I was into it, right? And so I think there has to be some sort of transition where you get to rely on your talent.
Right.
There's one thing where like people get to see you, right? And they're drawn to different things. Well, like Tekashi's a great example, right? Initially, he used things as a device, in my personal opinion. I don't know him personally,
yeah.
but I think he goes, okay, if I want people's attention, I got crazy tattoos. Get some crazy tattoos.
Right.
If I want people's attention, they're really into the gang shit. All right, let me fucking
Right,
really
right.
rile up the gang shit in the videos.
Right.
Okay, if I want to get people's attention, what is the best way? Beef. I'm going to start beef with everybody,
right.
And it's like, I'm going to tap on all these different things. But after the end of the day, the music was kind of slapping.
I feel the opposite, but okay. I see what you're saying.
But,
I feel the
it
opposite. I
might-
feel like the music. I've always said I don't think the music matches the trolling. I think the trolling is better than the music.
I agree.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a bigger fan of him as a marketer
yeah.
than I
absolutely.
am as him as
I think
a
he's
musician.
a great. I
think
think he's
that's
a
what
great
we're
Instagram
saying.
honey.
Fucking amazing.
Like I think he's a great Instagram honey. I think he could sell the hell out of anything.
Anything.
And right now he's selling the music.
That's a perfect example.
That's really
it could
well
be
said.
Fit Tea. It could be something else. He could be a comedian. Like these sketches that he did recently. What?
A1.
Son, I'm dying laughing.
A1.
The Usher shit.
And I definitely want anybody
Trey
listening.
Songz
I
shit.
definitely, because I am from the hood and I do respect, or I do take a problem when people like tag people wrong. Because in the hood, you get tagged the wrong thing and people believe it, you're dead. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So
right.
people got to stop calling him a pedophile. The kid's not a pedophile.
Yeah,
like
stop with
you
that
like
shit, fam.
when I see people do that, that's when I have to lean with the opposite and be like, yo, y'all really don't do your research.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna call him something, call him. The situation happened. That's not a pedophile.
You hate somebody and you're using a convenient story.
You're using what
to
everybody else said.
justify your hate.
Exactly.
Exactly. But so I guess what I'm saying is, at what point in time do you look out for the longevity of your career?
I think I'm doing that now, right?
Now that's the
I think so because when you look at it, I've already been, I came in this 2015. Started hosting parties and being a personality. 2015. I've literally found a way and been blessed to literally I get to be me all day. I was talking about that a few hours ago. Like I literally get to be me from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I never have to put on a face for Instagram. I never have to put on a face for BT. They literally say, "Hey Mouse, are you ready?" Yeah. And to me that means something, right? Because I've seen people my age or that been in the game longer, and I see them like, "That's not you, dog. Like I know you in real life. Like that's not you, but you got to play that role." Yeah. And I know, and I get to be in any space with being me, right? My talent, I think, people will say my talent is, the way I convey a message or the way I convey opinion. I believe my talent is literally just being able to be me and tell the truth. Like I think that's my talent, just getting to be truthful. Mm-hmm. We've said on other podcasts like, I don't stand on the right, I don't stand on the left. I want to stand by the truth. And then once we stand by the truth, then we can actually have a conversation.
Absolutely.
That's my talent. Having a great conversation based in truth.
Yep.
That's my talent.
Yeah.
So when I'm on stage as a host, I'm giving the people me. And like that's a real craft. Mm-hmm. Like you can't just have anybody up there in front of a group of people because you'll do more harm than good. Right, you're better off just letting the DJ play with nobody talking than having somebody who can't host. Right. I get on that stage and I'm able to bring everybody to where I'm at, and everybody feels comfortable. Everybody feels like we're all on one level. There's none of that VIP shit. Oh, he's talking about this and he's talking about this, and we're just having a great time. That's my talent.
But the future is more than hosting. The future
absolutely.
I think it's in talk or it's in
right. And so
in
that I get to do that, and I get to be me, and I don't have to be like I said like. I get to live my life as a complete human being. Like I never have to get boxed into being, oh, you the guy from the hood, or you're the guy that just talks about girls, or you're the guy that just talks about. I get to talk about everything.
So how do you avoid? Because inevitably, what's going to happen?
I think
you're going to get to a level. I hope you get to a level of fame where people will use your fame as leverage to clout chase, right, to step themselves up, right? And they're going to question your gangster, and they're going to question how tough you are, right? How do you not embrace that beef? How do you not, go back with them? How do you separate yourself essentially from it? How do you be above it?
I do a really good job ignoring people.
Okay, so it's not something where you have to answer everything that people say about you.
If I did that shit, ever since I did y'all show, I would have been I would have hung myself by now.
That's the thing, because I've noticed that the people who become stars, and this is in any business, are the ones that do not engage on the ground floor with beef. They're above it, right? Like people say shit about Beyonce all the time. Never once have you seen Beyonce acknowledge anything.
But she'll drop a bar in a song, and you'll be like, oh, got him.
Barely. You know what I mean? She might talk about Jay,
right?
But she's not talking about some Twitter troll.
Exactly. Yeah, Ja Rule and 50. That's exactly what happened. He engaged the beef. So I think basically,
that beef is an anomaly to me.
Why?
I just don't understand it. Ja Rule, like we loved him so much, and Ja Rule had classics. And if we're being honest, the song, not Clapback, but Loose Change. The Loose Change record was better than any diss song G-Unit had put out to him.
I don't recall it.
It's when he's talking about Eminem. He's like, in Eminem, you're never gonna have braids, you're never gonna know black pain, so take the do-rag. Like he was killing all of them. And I'm like, how the fuck did this not? How did we just forget about him? So that's what
50 had a cooler narrative. 50 got shot 9 times.
Right.
Eminem also that fucking Hail Mary.
Right.
What did he say?
What's that,
Alex? No, I said 50 had in the club.
Fair enough.
At the end of the day,
and I think Ja Rule took too long to respond. You probably could have killed him, because after How to Rob, Jay-Z's that Summer Jam, and that's when he drops the ball. I'm about $1. Who the fuck is 50 Cent?
50 Cent.
So hard.
And then that quieted him down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yo, but there's even something to be said about music specifically, which is if the music is good, you win.
That is true.
Everybody was talking about Drake's loss. Now everybody talking about Key, do you love me? Nobody's singing Daytona lyrics. Pusha had to perform at his own wedding to get a show.
Oh my lord.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I'm not gonna disrespect them. I'm not gonna disrespect the Virginia Beach legend. I'm not gonna do that.
It's facts though. You know what I mean?
He's on tour.
Say what?
He's on tour.
Shit, I don't know. Maybe he having multiple weddings. I'm not sure what it is.
Multiple weddings.
Hey, we should get married over here too. Look, the point is,
you're a sick man, Andrew Schulz.
Yo,
now I'm starting to see why they didn't want you at BET. I'm starting to see that shit now.
Yo, Mouse had to fight for me, bro, to be on his show. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I fuck with Andrew the long way. So when I mean, but even
fast forward,
even before I knew him, like even before, even before I knew him, I was always a fan. So I'm like, this would be a great. I feel like my show and what we're doing over there at BET and that digital space and just leaning in the conversation, think he'd be great for it. And they were like, no, he hates black people. He's racist.
They don't know about the black queens, dog.
Bro,
you gotta get some of your queens to speak
Here's
up.
the thing: when Andrew has,
you need some of that black girl magic.
Andrew has this electricity, right? When he came in the room, all of a sudden, all that fake hate was out the door, and they were like, "Listen to what he said."
He can be very charming.
And he turned that on, and then had my producer, who was like the main black woman, like, "Why him?" Like, I kind of understand.
And keep it real, I was not pandering.
Nah.
There's a lot of dudes that they just go pander. I was going hard on women. Say what?
Like Designer?
Is that Panda? Yo, we gotta remake Panda with Pander, and then just have a GIF of that, and we put that shit under every one of these like fake ass tweets, fake ass moments of Panda. Sure. But I just went, I went hard. We had the conversation we had, but the thing is,
it wasn't a light conversation at all.
It was, we were going hard on all topics. And I think it was one of those things, and I've realized this now, and I've come to grips with it, is that there is nobody who knows me or who's listened to a significant amount of me that feels any of those things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right? Nobody. It's only people who, one, have listened to a soundbite on Twitter, a soundbite somebody's clipped on Instagram, or hearsay from other people. Nobody who's 100%. Actually taken the time. And it's like, I can't stop people from being prejudiced. People are going to be prejudiced in the world. It's just the reality of man.
I had this thought process of, like, when Trump was first getting elected, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I kept watching the arguments, right? And I'd be like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Like, there'd be threads and threads about how racist he is and how this. And all he had to do and all his supporters had to do was say, he's not racist, right? So now if I say he's not racist, he's not a bigot, the argument becomes about him being a bigot, proving if he's a racist. Doesn't become about the fuck shit he's really doing that we're all here to discuss. So that was always my thought process. So I always used to tweet. You go back to 2016, 2017, I would tell people, yo, stop calling him names and just talk about the actual problem. And then Andrew on a podcast, he said something about people make you radioactive.
Ah, yes.
And it's the same exact thing. If I say, oh, bigot, racist, young guy just coming at me for no reason, He's mad that he's not working. He's mad that he's not working at Hot 97. The conversation now becomes, look at them young motherfuckers, mad at us old motherfuckers. Yeah. But if you pay attention, I've never once leaned into that. It's not about young versus old. This was literally Mouse Jones holding Aston accountable for playing that bum-ass set. Then Ibrahim jumped in, and then I just was honest about him, and I really had to realize. I texted my homeboys, and I was like, yo, from now on, this is like only like a day ago, I was like, yo, don't ever, if you got an issue with somebody, don't call them niggas pussy. Don't call them a bitch ass nigga. Mm-hmm. Don't do none of that. Don't call them no names. Mm-hmm. Talk to them. Because when you tell that truth, that energy motherfuckers got for you when you calling names, it's gone. Yep. Because if I got on there and I called Flex and I called Ebro pussy, bitch ass nigga, I'll slap shit out of you, that's the conversation. Now it's about this bravado. Mm-hmm. But when I'm saying, well, all you do, I'm like, Flex, stop being tough with me. All you do is hit women. You can't argue that. Steph Lover, your wife, many domestic. What are we arguing about here? What are we talking about?
At least he got some hits.
Ebro, you on a sinking ship. Everybody that you guys are on a sinking ship. Everybody, all the young talent that you should have groomed is now gone. Was the argument? Yeah. You guys don't matter within the community, within the culture, as you should because of you.
Yes.
You can't argue that. Yeah. But if I sat there all day and just said, you're a bitch. Yo, when I see you, I'm slap shit out of you. Yeah. That's what the conversation is about.
Yeah. Well, that speaks to what you were saying about which I said before about making people radioactive and about removing the discussion from what's real.
Exactly.
They are afraid of having the real discussion, right? Because they know they don't have anything to back it up. They're afraid of truth, right? Where everybody's afraid of truth. And there's nothing more apparent when somebody's afraid of truth when they attack you and your character.
Yeah, all of a sudden all of a sudden you're posting screenshots. You're a 50-year-old man posting screenshots from an unknown source, which I'm pretty sure I know who it was.
Right.
But now I'm 35. Now I'm trying to be the next. Like that's the easy deflector when it comes to me.
Think about it.
I'm trying to be Tax. I'm trying to be Charlemagne.
But what is he doing? It's character, right?
That's it.
It's not addressing what you said. Right, you said he beats his wife, or you said he played a bad. Let's just go off a bad set. You said he played a bad set, and his reaction is not, "No, I played a good set. I put my effort in." His reaction is, "You're old."
Yeah.
Now we're debating whether you're old. It's a great deflection technique, but it's something that people need to know, and it's one of the things we flex a lot, at least on Flagrant 2, is this idea that the first thing you know when someone is about to lose a debate is when they attack your
person.
Exactly.
All right.
Just discuss the
Like
idea.
you can be what people don't understand. I think where I win in my age bracket, like when we're talking about people coming up, is I'm able to be impassioned, and I'm also able to be honest at the same time.
Being impassioned and being logical is also hard, and that's where trolling.
Be that hard.
Trolling is the most effective way to argue, because when I don't give a fuck about an issue,
Right.
I'm so clear-minded.
Oh yeah, it's like
but
arguing
if I
with your
can
home.
rile
It's like,
you up with
yeah.
some trolling, with some making you radioactive, oh you're a racist, you're whatever. Then a person gets defensive, gets emotional.
It's like arguing with your girl when you really don't want to argue. I don't know if you got like so one thing I do when a girl tries to argue with me and I really don't give a fuck, I'll correct her grammar. So like if you
That's
text me,
so goddamn
you are.
evil.
like if you
genius
text like
shit.
if
That's
you text
some
me,
evil genius shit.
like if you text me and you misspelled a word, I won't respond to what your thought was. I'll just type the word.
Why
and
are
put
you
the asterisk
apostrophe
and I'll put the asterisk next to it.
That's so fucking
and then
brilliant.
be like your, and then now she's hot, But listen, leave me alone. I don't want to argue with you. I'll do that. This is what I've been doing to them. It's literally like the Matador. Yeah. I'm just my red flag is just truth. Yeah. But they're the bull. I'm gonna growl 30 times, and I just move it, and I'm like, look at you, stupid. Now come over here. Now come over here and talk about how much you drop bombs and nobody cares anymore. Let me move it. Now let's talk about how you're playing these bad sets everywhere and everybody's tired of it. And I'll just keep doing that. Bro, nobody cares what you're talking about. Let me move it. Bro, without Power 105, you won't exist. When I start talking like that, all they can do is post screenshots of conversations that they're afraid. That's why I told them. I said we could talk in person. I don't mind doing that. We could talk in person, or we could do this in front of the world to see. And you're really not gonna want to do that because I'm not afraid to say, right. Oh well, such and such, you was there, right? Yeah. Because you was there. So when he said when Ebro jumped in and he's like, what was this? Is this supposed to be a diss to Flex? And I said to him, no, I spoke directly to Flex, like I spoke directly to you at the Barclays. Oh, I don't know you, kid. Where's that? And I tagged somebody that was there. I said, oh, you don't remember when such and such came over and was like, yo, why you do Ebro like that? Next thing you know, now it's a screenshot. Right. All I'm going to do is keep being honest. I don't want to be tough. I'm not going to fight these niggas. These niggas is old. Like, there has to be like a hate crime if I beat up an old person. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, it's not even the energy I'm trying to bring because if I do that, then that's going to bring a whole lot of people that I don't want to come out of hiding. Right. And I want them to just be regular and let me set up some shit so I can put them in position to win. Because motherfuckers not playing when it comes to me. There's a lot, as I'm sure there are some people on their side.
You're saying there's a lot of people that support you and they would support you violently.
Exactly. And I think they probably have those people on that side. Sure. So let's not get into that. Let's keep it what we're talking about here. You're not doing right by the culture. I want you to do right by the culture. If you're not going to do right by the culture, move out the way because now you're in the way. Point blank.
Mm-hmm. Talking about doing right by the culture, there's a clip that I want you to play about what is it? The Kiki You Love Me. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is, I thought, a really funny. Just watch this clip. This is
this looks the whitest guy.
This looks painful.
Wait for it.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
I want you guys to know the last 2 times, including this time that I've sat and discussed with Andrew, he's found a way to discuss asses, shit.
Yo, white boy fun, man.
Bro, so
you
there's
gotta
this-
get used to.
No, there's nothing. What are you talking about?
White boy fun is not only parasailing. Okay? White boy fun is not only doing dangerous things.
Right.
It's
also having
my
oyster
buddy has a
shooters.
joke. My buddy has a joke where he says that he goes, what is it? He goes, white people, the only people who die in the mountains are white people, right? He goes, he goes, mountains are like our cops.
That's hilarious.
Right.
That's really good.
But there is one bone in the body that it takes like 300 pounds of pressure to break. It's the femur, right?
Mm-hmm.
White people are the only people that break their femur. It's because
And athletes.
even then, that's rare.
Bo Jackson, isn't that what fucked him up?
hip.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Probably from blasting out white chicks. So,
I'm not gonna argue that.
so, but the femur,
Blasting out
it takes 300 pounds of pressure to break. Right. And the only reason why white people break it is because we're the only people that do activities where you would somehow have 300 pounds of pressure. Snap your femur like this. This is a perfect example of some white boy fun. For the people that did
a lot
not
of black
watch
dudes
it,
have had a girl they fuck sit on their lap, and that's got to be 300 pounds of
And
pressure.
they're white, so it's like 600 pounds.
maybe it's like 6,000 pounds of pressure. Maybe it's more than 300, Alex. I'm not exactly sure. But
300 pounds of pressure don't seem like much.
yeah, it's not a lot, right?
And then, like I said, those black guys are doing it with fat white women, so that's a 600. And you got to double that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I have no. Alex, why do y'all like
know.
fat?
I knew it was coming. I thought Andrew was gonna hit me first. I knew that was coming.
No, I
Wait,
wasn't.
yo,
going-
I didn't see it coming.
Yo,
Wait.
what happened?
This is the blackest thing ever.
What?
Whose is this?
That statue?
That's the statue
mine.
Will Smith got for his daddy in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
It is. It is. It's fucking Ben Vereen, you piece of shit.
No, I can't really see it.
No, this is a very black.
You think I want this?
Okay,
It just
actually,
happened.
It just happened.
Show the statue because this is
it's kinda
this actually is a very serious statue. What it is a
This is Alex pushing black women away from both sides.
it actually has multiple meanings. It is Alex pushing black women away, or it could be a black man apologizing to his black woman,
Definitely. Or there's the black man.
or this is a white guy trying to suck his own
own
dick.
dick.
That's definitely what it is.
No, it's not a white dude.
Definitely
You
what
got
it
too
is.
much muscle definition. That's a black dude for sure.
It's like a Norwegian.
It's a black gymnast somehow.
I don't know why we just did this Kiki Do You Love Me video. but
Because
it was just
you
so-
are fucking sick.
Oh my god, dude! And it's something about white boy fun. I think it comes down to right now.
Now what? Now what the fuck was he gonna do? Now he shits his pants
Okay,
and
so for
pulls his
people who
drawers
didn't-
out.
I actually stopped watching.
Let me
As soon as he
just
pulled his
let me
pants
let me
down,
just
I knew.
let me just explain what the video was. So it's a Kiki Do You Love Me as a guy's walking alongside the car as it's going. It's a white dude, kind of looks like me, and he's doing the whole dance. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Are you never gonna leave from beside me? And I want you. And then all of a sudden he turns around and pulls down his pants, and you think he's just gonna moon everybody on the camera, ha ha ha, and then he just starts projectile shitting all
So
over
now
the
he
crowd.
just pulls his drawers back up and gets back in the car.
Pulls his drawers back up and then continues doing the dance.
Yo,
What if he got some on the door?
Bro,
he
it
definitely got
was
some on the
wild,
door. There's
dude.
no what if. He
real,
definitely got some on the
real
door.
thin boobs though.
Yeah, he's not. He's definitely not eating arugula.
My man,
Dude,
my man
keeping
had
it
an
tight, bro.
No arugula.
Keeping it very tight.
No arugula in his diet.
None, bro. That shit was soft serve. What's up? Bro, it came out like little laces.
Alex, what white women activities are you getting into this weekend?
Why are you trying to put this label on me, man?
I asked you a simple
I
question.
love you, man. You're my brother.
All right, stop it, guys.
Not after those
Okay,
test
Mouse
results.
Jones. How long do Jay-Z and Beyonce have to get left?
Together?
Yeah,
No, you don't. That doesn't break up.
I say 3 years.
Nah,
tops.
they don't break up.
Beyonce's done in 3 years.
No way.
She breaking
No
up with
way.
him, dog. It's over.
No way.
It's over.
First of all,
Just remember I said it.
first of all, I will remember that. But first of all, Beyonce will never be able to perform in Brooklyn again. She'll never be able to perform on the East Coast
Why
again.
not?
You gotta understand, we love Jay-Z too much.
I don't know.
That'll be the first
That's
black assassin.
interesting.
That'll be
Not
Beyonce
even
leaving
close.
Jay-Z. That would be the first black
You love
assassination.
Jay-Z more? Do you love black women more? Because then black women are going to come out
Jay-Z.
for Beyonce. You love Jay-Z
Yeah,
more than black
Jay-Z.
women?
I'm not gonna lie
Wow.
to you. Jay-Z.
Oh, because they both got them lips.
Whoa.
Fast forward, buddy.
No, black women never said, I want money like Cosby. Who wouldn't? That's the kind of thoughts that make me think you ain't got no pudding. Niggas got those kind of dreams in jail. You in the streets, homie, get your mail. Like, Black women didn't say that.
Beyonce did.
Jay-Z said that.
Oh, that's Jay-Z.
Wait, they don't want to get money like Cosby? They're just trying to rape paychecks or what? What's going on?
This was obviously before the rape allegations were known. This was in the 90s. Dead presidents won.
Right.
And
Okay.
he says, so he starts off and he says, so sick of niggas. I want money like Cosby. Who wouldn't? That's the kind of talk that make me think you niggas ain't got no pudding. Niggas got those kind of dreams in jail. You in the streets, homie, get your mail.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you don't think it's a rap?
No, hell no. I think
Here's what sucks.
She's getting tired of him.
Like,
3 years is long enough for any couple to break up. Like anything can happen in 3
shit
years.
on my predictions, fam? Why
is
you
a
so
blanket 3
anti-me,
years.
son?
It's a long ass time,
Motherfucker's
dog.
so anti-me, bro.
No,
It's a long ass time.
All I do
No,
is look
there's-
out for this guy.
there's
He
probably
got
two
shit
more-
all over my
there's
ideas
probably
and
2
shit.
more albums they got. They probably got
Say
2 more
what?
albums to drop.
She tired of this guy.
Jay-Z and Beyonce gonna break up before 2092.
That's true. Nah,
I just don't
3
see.
years,
I just
fam.
don't see them making
3
it
years,
past
for real.
2098.
For real. Dead
Yo,
serious.
by the time the
Dude,
robots kill
let me
us,
tell you something. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
By the time Sir and Rumi are 38, they're over. They're kaputs.
Who that?
They're
twins.
twins.
All right. I don't know everything. Yeah, I mean, the fuck I gotta know everything
Beyonce
for?
and Jay-Z, they're riding this one out.
All right. I mean, I don't think so.
I think there is
I
a
promise
point.
you
I do
this.
think you have a
I
point.
promise you this. Jay-Z and Beyonce will break up before Akaash gets a new shirt. That's 100%
That's true.
guaranteed.
That's real talk.
That is 100%
That's real
guaranteed.
talk.
How old is this shirt?
Yo, it's new, but I've been wearing it a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yo, here's the thing. He got enough shirts, but every one of them is like it's like an Oscar outfit. You know how like you never see a chick in the same shit she went to the Oscars?
Yeah.
Because you look at her and you be like, yo, like Beyonce, I
real.
saw you wearing that at
seen
the
that
Oscars.
already.
Like, yeah, were you
Alright.
just out here Popeyes
That's
or whatever?
real.
Like, what are you doing
Why-
in the same?
okay.
That's real.
It's a callback to what we said earlier, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Beyonce and Popeyes.
So she's not allowed to go to Popeyes?
Beyonce's allowed to do whatever she wants. That's a black woman. She do whatever she wants.
But if she breaks up with Jay-Z,
Can't do that. That's where it stops. That's where the buck stops.
That's hilarious.
we really putting Mouse into his pushing him to his limits. You see
Hey,
that
you are
shit?
taking this to the extreme, pal. Yeah, Beyonce.
Serena married a white man. How you feel about that?
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, wow.
I don't give a fuck. See, here goes the thing. People got so upset about it, but Serena, she wasn't this like reigning. Like that doesn't change her being an upstanding or uplifting figure to my black ass daughters. Like my 2 daughters still will see her and still be, will still celebrate her for what she's done.
Which is
Dominate the entire sport of tennis.
yeah, obviously. But what if your daughter's married a white guy, a Caucasian?
That is absolutely unacceptable.
Wow.
So you would not allow your daughters to marry a Caucasian?
I wouldn't not allow it, but it would
But
definitely.
what if you
would-
wanted-
Real
will
quick,
know-
real
I'm
quick.
gonna make
Question.
I'm gonna be the
Question.
quintessential.
Question. What would you prefer? Upstanding citizen, guy's an accountant, white guy, right?
Mhm.
Stick-up kid,
Stick-up kid. Is he black?
black.
Wow.
Black. Always black.
What if you want your...
You would
So here goes the
rather
thing.
your daughters potentially have a husband in prison for committing crimes.
Then have a husband in jail for killing her.
Is that what white guys do?
Yeah, you fucking know y'all killed
That's
y'all wives.
Latinos.
No, they beat their wives.
That is the Latinos.
No, they beat their
Sometimes
wives.
until they're not alive.
But that's
Oh,
very
fuck.
rare.
Oh, man.
That's very rare.
no.
Very rare. What was the last Latino killing?
The last time a wife left.
Latinx.
Have you not gone to fucking Queens?
Yeah.
Look, go to 17th Avenue. There's going to be a couple
Here
fighting.
goes the thing. White guys, you guys are very quick to kill your wives, black or white.
When was the last time we killed our wife?
Turn on Snapped. All you gotta do is watch the Oxygen channel.
I'll be
IG.
honest with
Peterman?
you. I'll be honest with you. No, it's
might
wives
be-
that
he
kill
might
the
be honest.
husbands. White wives kill the husband. That's every Lifetime movie. The
Yeah.
wife can't take it anymore, kills the husband.
Yeah, kill before you're killed. Yeah, I'm with it. Survival.
Whatever.
It's all about self-preservation.
Are we surviving? We
Yeah.
the ones getting killed. We're the victims.
No, you guys
Yo,
fucking
white
multiply.
wives are our police. Real talk. That's what it is, bro. White males matter.
But you guys don't matter. But you guys keep multiplying. Somehow, like
you don't have
kill,
kids.
you kill one and then just my God, there's more.
Yeah,
Let me
white
tell
people
you-
don't have kids.
Can I tell you the greatest hustle of white people in history? White people
Mm-hmm. Outside of
don't-
slavery,
Well, I mean, everybody did that.
imperialism,
No,
capitalism.
white people when they realized white people weren't having kids, we just started making more people white. Okay?
That's
Italians weren't white.
That's true.
Irish weren't white, right? And then all of a sudden they were like, oh shit, everybody else is having kids except us? We go, all right.
So
Hey, Giovanni, come here. You're part of the whites.
People born in Palestine, are they white?
Well, there are white Palestinians. There are brown Palestinians, sir.
Okay.
I mean, this is a region of the world, and a lot of people have come from other different
Mm-hmm.
regions, right? Like, so it's like, what does an Israeli look like?
Right.
It depends where he's from. Is he from Yemen? Is he from, Iraq? Is he
Gotcha.
from Germany? There's tons of
Right,
different
right,
ones
right,
from all
right,
over the
right.
place. Yeah.
No, I think if my daughters came home with a white guy, it's not gonna be a good look.
Really?
Make it very uncomfortable for them.
Why? You and I can be friends? Why
Absolutely.
can't they? Why
It's
can't they
nothing
be?
against- all right, so
I'm surprised. I always thought you were just joking with this, but
no,
you're actually feeling it.
so it's a few things. So number one,
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I am a pro-black person. Pro-black meaning I believe in the ongoing of the black culture and actively being a part of it.
Okay.
There are some people who are not pro-black, and they are good human beings, and they want to see good done by all people, black
True.
people, everybody included. But that doesn't make them pro-black. You get what I'm saying? If you're pro-black, that means you are actively a participant in furthering the black community.
And the only way you can do that is by having black children.
Yes.
It's not possible to have half black children but still care
Then what
about-
happens when they marry white?
What if they don't? What if they
Well,
marry
right, sure,
Puerto Rican?
but what if they do?
So I guess what I would say is like, and I think this is an interesting time in history, especially for black people, right? Because black people in America, your culture is unique in
Yes.
that it's defined by blackness.
Yes.
Whereas black people in Africa, their cultures are defined by their region.
Yes.
So a white person could grow up in Somalia and he's still Somalian and part of Somalian culture because the culture is independent from the color of skin.
Right.
But because of like systemic oppression and racism and all these things, the unifying theme in a lot of black culture in America has been this struggle that's been put on top of
absolutely.
them, right? So this idea arises, which is the only way we can maintain this culture is by continuing the blackness of it. But I think, don't you think a certain point in time in history, black American culture will be similar to like Somalian culture, is similar to these other cultures, where if you are a product of the environment and a product of
Not in
these
America.
cultural things, you don't think?
Not in America.
Because cultures breathe, right? They live.
right,
like,
but
it's
in
like
America,
breakdancing's fucking Korean now.
Right.
That's part of Korean culture.
But in America, everything will be defined as black culture because it's still the culture itself is accepted and the people aren't. So for that to happen, the people will have to become
But you're
accepted.
accepted within your culture, is what I'm saying.
You would hope so, but even then, you're not.
No,
Even then, you
I
can
mean like
lose
this.
it.
Like
You feel
let's
what I'm
say
saying?
let's say an Asian guy, like say a black family adopts an Asian baby,
Yeah.
and then raises them within this black community, and he has these black values,
Yeah.
black food, black hobbies, all these
Right,
things that are
right,
done
right,
within
right,
the
right,
culture of the
right,
community,
right.
your culture, completely embedded. Isn't he entitled to that?
No.
Just because he doesn't look like it.
Because now you have to give. Because now in a perfect world, sure,
Right.
but we're not in a perfect world, and so his culture and his values may very well be all black and intact, but privilege, it still exists, and he will still get the benefit of the doubt over a black person, the same black person that he shares views with, shares a culture with, but because to whoever's hiring, whoever's accepting him into school, or just a cop feeling
Sure.
just because they want to pull somebody over. Gonna bypass over that Chinese person that was raised, that Asian person that was raised black, and they're gonna go for that person that's black.
Now, question: does privilege exist within the black community?
Absolutely.
So,
I mean, privilege exists everywhere.
of course,
Yeah.
right? There are many different levels of privilege. Like some people say, like light-skinned black people have an advantage.
I don't know if light skinned people.
That's only
I
for
know
women, right? That's
Maybe
only for
guys too. You know, sure, it does exist, right? Because Michael Ealy will get a role, or Jesse Williams will get a role over a
Not Michael B.
Chadwick
Jordan.
Boseman.
Michael B. Jordan looking gorgeous.
Depends on the role, right? It depends on who that studio is.
Ain't nobody passing up Michael B. Jordan.
I mean,
fine.
For a Michael Ealy, for a Jesse Williams, yes.
Michael B. Jordan finer than both of them.
Let's not get it. Let's not too.
I'm not arguing.
Who's
fine.
hotter?
All right, so let's go back to this, right?
Come on, Mouse.
Akaash, you're
Alex is
acting a
whiter.
little bit straight. So this is a gay show, okay? We have to get back to gay topics, okay? So Okay, listen, those guys right there, they're not punching each other in the face.
Nah.
He's grabbing his neck and bringing it to his mouth.
No, I watched that happen in real life. That's a punch.
Okay, fair enough. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like, if privilege, if the privilege of the Asian kid is what removes him from being part of that culture, there are also
that removed that entitlement. He's. I'm not gonna argue that. If you're raised in it, you're a part of it. But your privilege is what will separate and be the reason why you're not entitled to it. We are entitled to our culture and are entitled to things that we say, hey, white people, stop coming over here and using our shit and taking our shit. Right. We're entitled to that because we're literally making the best with nothing. And we feel as if other cultures are now saying, that's pretty cool over there. Let me put down everything I do that those people are not privy to, not allowed to partake in, and we're going to partake in what they do over there.
When you say those people,
are there
everybody or just white people?
I mean, white people, but I mean, hip-hop culture, black culture is pretty much American culture right now.
I don't want to get too far off of what I guess I was trying to say is that, like, privilege does exist within cultures, right?
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Like if you're good looking or if you're tall,
beauty
or if
has
you're
privilege,
handsome,
absolutely.
Intelligence is privilege, right?
Yes.
There's certain guys that are just fucking geniuses.
Yeah,
You know, like Diddy happens to be a fucking genius.
I think he's one of the most smartest people in the world.
I mean, we spoke about it on your podcast. He's just fucking brilliant. So like that is definitely a privilege that's gonna. So these people that are privileged within the community, they might not be privileged like this Asian guy is, but they are privileged in other ways that give them advantage. Are they not entitled?
Yes.
So they're not entitled.
They are entitled.
So then why does the Asian dude's privilege remove them from the entitlement, but their privilege not?
Because they're still black people
I think
being privileged to this very black thing.
Maybe there's an exceptionalism. If you're Jay-Z, Diddy, you are exceptionally smart. If you're LeBron James, you are uber exceptionally athletic.
Right.
An Asian dude is just a regular Asian dude. And I'm not a guy that defends privilege because I don't like to do that. But I do see how that's different.
Okay, I see what you're saying. They're not.
We're talking about within the culture, mind you. Like within
I missed
that
the beginning
culture,
of this conversation I was
right? But you're right on. Like
That's
within that specific culture, yes, the black person, his privilege does not separate him from his entitlement because this is still a very black thing. Once you put that Asian person in it, even though he was raised in it, even though we're going to say his intentions are all good, that privilege is going to separate him from that entitlement because outside of this black culture, he's not going to be connected to us.
Got you. Okay. Now, is culture something that we can share?
Absolutely. We should always look to share it, but it shouldn't be like pilfered. Like that's the problem. When Bad Baby and that other toad-looking white girl, I can't remember her name, Whoa Vicky.
Yeah.
When those two are profiting off of black culture. Now, it could be the worst part of it. I will not stand here and say, oh, they're talking slang. And it is a very, 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 very rundown. It's not a good thing to stand by. But somewhere there's black people that is
a caricature of
a black
a
scenario.
Of
exactly.
Blackness. Right.
And they're profiting off of that. But the real people who are really like that, they not making no money off of that. The little girl who came up with the word fleek, everybody and their mama using that word. It's all over shirts. People making money off that. That little black girl ain't. You feel what I'm saying?
So, do you want them compensated for that? What is
Absolutely. Because there's not that's
how do you feel about capitalism?
I'm all for it.
But can you be all for it and also feel like people are entitled to whatever that culture came from?
Yeah, because I think everything has a source, right? Like the people who I don't want to misspeak, but the country that has all the oil, right? Saudi Arabia.
Sure. Yes.
They have all the oil. They're entitled to that oil. It's their oil. It's on their land, right?
Yeah.
So if we went over there and I don't know, started an imaginary war,
right,
and to take that, that's wrong. That is wrong. They are entitled to that. That is theirs. So they should be properly compensated for that to now share with others.
So you think capitalism should still work within a fair system? It should still
there
be
should be
fair.
rules to
Yes,
capitalism.
absolutely.
You want like rules.
I think
within
everything does.
capitalism.
I
Which
think
I
everything
guess
needs to
makes
be
sense
regulated.
From a stick-up kid who has a rule that he's not gonna just sit here and try to stick.
I'll never take nothing from a civilian.
Yeah, that's no, I'm not even trying to mock him.
Right.
But let me ask you this: so you believe in capitalism? I get what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
and I do think there are white people who go viral. Chewbacca mom is set for life. Black people go viral don't get that same thing. But capitalism,
Mm-hmm.
not even talking right or wrong. Sure, they might have pilfered whatever, but this country is white.
Yes.
It just is. We forget that because we live in big cities. This country is white.
Yep.
So when they see Bad Baby, even if she talks black culture, in the caricature of black culture, I still identify with her as a white person more than the black person who talks like Bad Baby.
Sure.
So
I
I'm
think-
gonna want to give her my money.
Okay.
Isn't that just kind of how it works?
Listen, what you're saying is representation is important. I think you're making the argument that a lot of people make, which is representation is important, right? Like it's part of the reason why I think we were also supportive of Obama, right? Because we saw that past him just being a president,
This is a bigger thing.
seeing a black person there for a
Right.
young kid, all of a sudden makes it tangible. It's like I could be the most powerful person in
Right.
the world if I want.
And we
right?
representation normalizes
So
things.
when we were in New
Right.
York and Jeremy Lin was going through
my
Lin
God.
Sanity, it's
I
like,
was excited.
So-
That's the
Oh
closest
my
I'm gonna
God.
get.
exactly right as an Asian, right?
Real
so
talk.
it's like,
I'm not even bullshitting.
Bro, it was
I was hype.
I'll tell you one thing. After that, whenever I bought tickets, because after I don't know, I
only
forgot
like 20
exactly what
games.
happens. It was like 20 games, but then all of a sudden, I don't know if he got injured or they started.
Mello.
No, they
Mello.
Mello
fam.
came back and it shut down, but he did get an injury. Something shut it
That
down.
was in the off season though. Like Melo coming back and that stopped a lot
Stopped
of
the whole shit.
stops. Yeah,
All right,
like
fair
it
enough.
stopped a lot of him touching the ball.
But there was Asians all over the fucking garden. It was
Yeah,
crazy, right?
absolutely.
So people are, for whatever reason, drawn to this representation thing. Like Eminem happened to be an amazing rapper,
Right.
but there was also this idea of, oh shit, there's somebody that
Right.
kind of looks like me doing it. And I think the assumption is, oh, it's because people are racist. But I think there's also something out there that's going, oh, I didn't know we were allowed to do that.
Right,
and
right.
he's doing it?
Right.
Oh, that makes me feel less like a poser if
Right.
I like him.
Well,
Like,
Eminem
I'll
is
be honest, though,
Eminem
when
is
I
a little
first-
different. He's an anomaly because he was rapping
Yeah.
really good.
Yep.
I don't give him, the tag that everybody he raps really good, right?
He's
he
an
puts words.
undeniably
He's a Hall of Famer.
elite rapper.
He's a Hall of Fame.
He's an elite rapper.
I'm not gonna say elite. I don't believe he's an elite
You're
rapper.
not putting him Hall of Fame?
I mean, how many people go in the Hall of Fame? What's the number?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking you. Like
Hall of Fame is just in your generation, you were the best or one of the best. You
Sure,
were, you know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah, he
Like,
definitely goes in. He's a white rapper making all that money. Yeah, he definitely goes in the Hall of Fame.
Sure.
Eminem was doing something. The thing I respected, like the thing I dislike is I dislike the content. Right? I didn't like.
you didn't
the
relate
content.
to it.
I didn't relate to it.
It wasn't for
Same.
you.
But that's also why I respected him because he wasn't. Because I'm growing up and you start seeing those white kids rapping and now they're rapping about guns and they're rapping about being gay. I'm like, yo, you don't do none of that, dog.
Right.
Like you gotta stop.
Eminem was authentic.
Eminem was rapping about raping his mom, killing his
White
wife.
fun.
He was rapping about white fun.
That's white boy fun.
And I had to
I got it,
respect
right?
it.
Yeah.
I get it,
I had to
right, Andrew?
respect
That's
it.
white boy fun?
Yeah, it's right.
I couldn't argue that.
Breaking
So
his femur.
300 pounds of force.
Yo, okay, fair enough. So there was an authenticity in his art.
Yeah.
Whereas a Bad Baby and these girls,
Right.
they are a characterization.
Exactly.
They're phony. So if Bad Baby rapped about being a Jewish girl from wherever she's
Right.
from,
If she rapped about the Dr. Phil shit, if she rapped about hating her mom, being disrespectful, there's still a huge
Yo,
market and
there's-
she's gonna cook.
But there's something interesting about that, and I like that argument because there's something that we, for whatever reason, require from our rappers that we don't require from any other musician.
Gotta be real.
Authenticity.
Gotta be.
Right? It's the opposite of wrestling in a way.
Yeah.
And they are very similar, but they're both characters. But we don't require the Macho Man Randy Savage to be talking like that all the time. Like
No.
if you want a coffee, he just goes, "Can I get a coffee?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think he might do, oh, brother.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
right?
he's probably not offering. He's not asking for coffee because he's dead. But,
That's also
yeah.
another
His
thing.
coffee was cocaine, but yeah.
You know what it is, right? Listen, white guys. So we want authenticity, right?
But you
so
need
it's
it because it came
so
from there.
Yeah, exactly. So it is keeping the same energy to look at somebody, regardless of their race, and say, "Hey,
You're not.
you're not being authentic."
That's all I'm saying.
And I feel like that's almost a better criticism than being like, "Oh, here's this white dude trying to do some."
You know I'm
black
not.
shit.
You know why I'm not mad at. You know why I'm not mad at. What's the one that died? Fuck.
Lil Xan?
He didn't die. Peep. Little
Oh, Lil
Peep.
Peep,
He was
yeah.
the white boy that died, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't mad at him because when I actually used to listen to his music, he was making hip hop music, but relatable to what he is going through.
Dude,
So
Never gonna argue with you.
So there's this thing, right? Like Paul Wall for another reason.
Love
right?
Paul Wall.
Yo, Paul Wall.
Paul Wall was fire.
We were down there in Houston doing shows.
Nicest
he
guy
came
on
out
earth.
to the show, but he is genuinely authentic guy. Like this guy is so authentic.
Paul Wall.
He's so Southern. He's so fucking Texas. So Houston. He's so about it. And I think like he's literally about the grills. He's selling the fucking grills,
Yeah.
right? And I think maybe we didn't realize it at the time, but maybe when we reject these bad babies and these certain people, we're just rejecting frauds.
Yes.
We don't
So
like
that's it.
fraudulent anything.
Yes.
let me hammer home
That's
this
all I've been
point.
saying.
Let me hammer home this point because I think I know what you're gonna say, but I think it'll hammer the point home. Here's the key talking about the Asian kid adopted by black parents, grew up in the same neighborhood as the toughest.
Had a very
rapper,
black
whatever.
experience.
Very black experience, hood shit, rapping about hood shit. Maybe he was a stick-up kid.
Yeah.
You don't mind an Asian dude doing that if he lived it.
No, don't mind it.
And I just think that hammers the point home of authenticity. Doesn't matter what you look like, the experiences need to be authentic.
Because now when you do that, right? When you do that, so what Bad Baby does is, and I'm very in the middle in what I'm about to say. Like, there was once upon a time I didn't believe in anybody taking your spot. But then I really began to realize, like, as big as this industry is and as much as the internet helps, there's only but so many spots for somebody to be hot at a moment, right?
Right.
So what you do is, so what Bad Baby does is Bad Baby takes a spot on Atlantic that a real talented artist who is authentic to the craft should be taking up. Tekashi, another one, taking up a spot. Because now what you're doing is, especially when you don't care about the craft.
Well, the thing. So here's the thing. They both sell tickets. At
Yes.
the end of the day,
Capitalism.
we want to be.
Right.
We want to act.
Well,
like
they had a chance to build that.
Sure. But at
So
the end of the
who's
day,
to say that artist that spot they're taking
yeah,
can't
but
do
Bad
that?
Baby didn't build it because of Atlantic, and neither did Tekashi. Right? Like these
For
people
sure,
built
sure,
it themselves.
sure.
Like Bad Baby built it on Dr. Phil cursing her mom.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like, if you build it yourself, at the end of the day, we act like movie studios, we act like record labels, like they're this art house. They care about creativity.
Oh, absolutely
They are a
not.
hedge fund.
Yeah.
And the commodity that they're trading
is music.
ain't oil or
Yeah.
gold. That shit is music
Yeah.
or movies.
Yeah.
So when they act like they're so woke and they're going to make this diverse movie, now they just think diversity's popping.
Yeah.
And once they think that it's not, you know what they're going to put out? The conservative shit.
yeah.
You know whose show just got picked up again?
Roseanne's.
Tim Allen,
Oh.
who had the other conservative
Right,
show that
right,
was
right,
on
right.
TV that they cut. So it's like once they see there's some dollars out there to be made.
100%. That's why I didn't get so excited about this. You know, people were calling like this Black Renaissance or new Black Renaissance when everybody was getting shows. Shout out to Kid Fury and Cheska Lee and everybody getting these TV shows. I'm like, that's because Black culture's hitting right now. The minute they feel like they don't need it anymore, they're gonna toss it to the side.
Well, I think a really important thing that's happening right now is black people being like, yo, we have to support our own. Going to see Black Panther. I thought it was a good
I want to
movie.
see that.
I
I want to
didn't
see
think it
that
was
shit.
great.
I want to see that shit 4 times.
But that was super important. Not that it was a bad movie or whatever, but when these people realize black people support black people, they are very loyal to each other. They will give their dollars to each other. It's all money for the.
Right.
We act like these dudes, the super rich dudes that we don't ever see. We act like they hate every minority, and they might.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they also want to stay powerful more than anything else.
Well, yeah.
And the
Well,
best
I
way
think
to do
I
that
think the
is
most
money.
effective. I think the most effective form of racism is the one that keeps the dollars coming in. The most effective racist knows how to pilfer and use whatever minority or whatever other race is going to make them money.
Let's assume that they're effectively rich.
Yeah,
If racism keeps them rich, they'll use racism.
Yes.
absolutely. agree
Sexism
with you.
keeps them rich, they'll use sexism. If open-mindedness keeps them rich,
They'll be
they
open-minded.
paying for that too.
Right.
So I think they're wealthy first and then do whatever
They
the
have-
fuck
They're
works.
wealthy first, social second.
Their entire belief system is money.
It's
Gotcha.
like the North, in like when you look at the history of America, you look at the North and the
Right,
South.
they
and
weren't-
people go,
yeah.
"Oh my God, the North was so
On
open-minded."
the side of justice.
They were on
No,
the side
they
of
were
justice.
no, they were just trying to stick it to the fucking secession.
No, you know what they were trying to do? Even before that, they just didn't have 12 months of fucking farming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
And
when
also-
you got
and also,
snow,
like, yeah.
when you got snow half the year, you don't got a farm to do, and now you got these people that work for you that can't farm for half the year. That doesn't make fiscal sense. So all of a sudden they start going, "This is wrong.
Right. right.
This is mean."
Right.
It's just like us with foreign policy, right? It's like there are a lot of countries that treat women like shit, right?
Yeah,
Like a lot of countries, but they don't got oil, so
We don't
that's
really care to
okay.
save 'em, right.
You know what I mean? I never once heard an American president go, "We need to go to this African country and stop them from chopping clits off the girls." Never once that happened because they don't got
Genocide's
oil
happening.
there. Genocide's happening in these countries. We don't say shit. They're making movies about it.
I'm 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you got some oil, all of a sudden it's like, how could they dress women
This
like
how
that?
much we're about our money. Rwanda had a genocide. Did we stop it?
Nope.
No.
Did we
Did
make
we
a
make
movie about it?
Sure
that made
did.
$100 million, whatever? Yup.
Let's go.
Sure did.
I still want to stay at that hotel.
Okay.
What?
What is wrong with you?
That shit is
man?
lit.
Oh,
That hotel's
your
lit,
man
bro.
is crazy,
Bro.
yo.
Yo, dude, that's the shit, bro.
No, it is.
I never saw the movie. I don't know how good it is. I imagine
It's moving as fuck.
Is it?
It's moving.
The
I read
mo-
the book
yeah,
too.
Yeah. I didn't read the book. The
You
movie.
wrote the
that was
book?
real-
I read the book.
Gay!
Yo, I'm sorry, I'm blacker than you, Mouse. Jesus.
Those weren't my blacks.
No.
Oh, we drawing lines in the
Wow,
sand?
you're
No,
23
I
and
don't
me
draw-
got no Rwandan, no African.
Hey,
You're
listen.
not 100%.
Listen, I'm American black. That is a different black. Okay.
Why? Because they shipped
don't.
you over here?
Yeah, they don't fuck with us like that.
Yeah.
They come over here.
That's
They
never
look.
talked about at all.
They. I mean, we talk about within the community.
Everybody blames the buyers. Ain't nobody talking about the sellers. But drug dealers get 30 years and drug users don't get
nothing.
shit. You know what I mean?
People come up. Black
Drug
people.
users get 18 months.
It goes
Drug
back to
dealers
what,
get 18 years.
It goes back to what Andrew said.
Are you
They
trying to
come
say
over
white
here-
people
Keep
were
that same
addicted to
energy.
slavery?
White people just fiending for slaves.
I need another one. I need something's going on.
It's like meth.
Hey,
They
North,
was-
please
it's
stop
like-
saying something's going
And
on.
It's
Africa
like
had the
meth.
best
They
product,
was
fam.
cooking and they got under them fingernails and they was hooked. They was hooked. They was like, oh shit, the slavery shit we started, it's kind of, it feels good.
Africa got the best product.
Bro, okay. All right, let's stop for a second. We got to pay some bills because you know from visionary filmmaker Spike Lee and producer Jordan Peele, shouts to Jordan, killing it, man, comes Black Klansman. Starring John David Washington, Adam Driver, Laura Harrier, and Topher Grace, Black Klansman tells the story of Ron Stallworth, the first African-American detective to serve in the Colorado Springs Police Department. Determined to make a name for himself, Stallworth, played by Washington, bravely sets out on a dangerous mission to infiltrate and expose the Ku Klux Klan. The young detective soon recruits a more seasoned colleague, Flip Zimmerman, played by Adam Driver, into the undercover investigation of a lifetime. Together, they team up to take down the extremist hate group as the organization aims to sanitize its violent rhetoric to appeal to the mainstream. Produced by the team behind the Academy Award-winning Get Out, Black Klansman is the crazy, outrageous, and incredible true story of an American hero. See the newest Spike Lee joint, Black Klansman, in theaters August 10th. Go check that out. All right, back to the show. Okay, here's a conversation I want to have with you smart individuals while I have you here. My buddy just had a kid, and he's talking about, we have these conversations about raising it. You have 2 kids.
Yeah.
Do you spank your kids?
Me personally, as a dad, no.
Why not?
I don't want to normalize men hitting women or like normalize that to them.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, that's-
like growing up, not growing up. You gotta understand. Like, I got an 11-year-old, so I've been a dad for some time now.
Yeah.
So being 17 and still being a kid myself,
Mm-hmm.
I was still very much used to one form of discipline because
Right.
I got spanked by my mom, my
Right.
dad, my uncles at the barber shop. The whole barber shop used to get on me. So
Right.
like physical discipline was never like cliche for me. Like when I would see kids getting in trouble for or see parents getting in trouble for hitting kids and stuff in school, I'd be like, that's regular. Like, we know better than to say that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, but as I started getting older and I started, reading more and started realizing that women do deal with things, I said, you know what? I'm not going to be the one to put my hands on
This is very
on
interesting.
my daughters. Now, if I had a son, fuck his ass up. But my daughters, I'll threaten the shit out of them and then, like, beg their mother to beat them. Like, yo, you have to pop them.
You'll have your mom spank them.
No, their mom.
Sorry, their mom.
Or
spank.
my mom, either
But
one.
a female.
Mhm.
This is really interesting. I want to get into the topic that I want to bring up, but like the idea that you don't want to normalize a man putting his hands on a woman
Mhm.
is, wow, I never thought about it like that, because on some level, if a woman sees her dad hit her and then all of a sudden she has this guy hit her, it's like, well, that other guy that loved me and did it because he loved me and I needed to be disciplined.
Yeah.
That energy
And
is
I-
kind of kept.
It wasn't until I kept, and like I said, I didn't see it on more. I just kept hearing women, when they would talk about abuse, say that. My dad hit me,
It
and
is
then it would go
shocking
too
how much-
far.
yeah.
And then it turned into, now I'm getting abused in relationships. So I don't even want to play the line of, is this too much? I'd much rather talk very
You
stern.
want them to
hold
know
it- mhm.
that a man's hands should never be
Never.
on,
Never.
regardless. Now, but you do believe in physical discipline at a certain age?
I do.
Okay. We were having this conversation. I was raised when maybe my parents slapped me a little bit or something like that, but they didn't really do it that much. Kind of new age. And there's a lot of parents that raise their kids without any. And I'm starting to think that not only should we do it, it's important because I think it reduces anxiety in a kid. I think when a kid is too young to where you can talk to him and threaten him with words he doesn't even understand, right? I think a lot of times when kids act out in any way, they're trying to find the boundaries of their life, right? When adults act out, when a teenager, for example, when you're out there, sticking people up, I'm sure on some level you were screaming for attention from your parents.
Definitely.
It was just like, hey, tell me what I can't do. Stop, stop, right? And there's an anxiety that's associated
I was
with
the
that.
oldest, and when you
when
got
the new ones
kids,
come, you got to take care of them. You don't have attention,
So
right?
Exactly.
There's a lot of kids go through this. I managed a restaurant. When I first got the job managing it, the boss of the restaurant made me fire someone.
Wow.
I go, why? And he goes, you have to understand. They need to. You need to show that there are rules and shit matters here, and then they will respect you. But not only will they respect you, it will calm them down. They'll feel safe at work when they know that this is the end. You can't go past that. People need rules, and I feel like. And we were trying to put something together, but maybe kids that weren't spanked, maybe this new age parenting is the reason why all these fucking hippie kids got this anxiety. They're freaking out. They're searching for purpose. They're searching for what can I get away with? Can I not? I'm taking shits on the street
So
like this fucking video.
Like definitely didn't get whooped as a kid.
But and we say it, right? We say it joking around. Like this is a common phrase, at least in the city, but I'm sure we hear it all the time. Like when you see someone do something wild, what's the first reaction?
He need to get his ass whooped.
He need to get his ass whooped, or he ain't get whooped.
Or he didn't get his ass whooped. Like when I see a kid bugging, all my life, forget being an adult, all my life growing up, if I seen a white kid act up in the store,
What's the reaction?
I'm like, he's not getting fucked up.
How often do we look at these? And I don't want to pin it on just white guys, but those are the people that I'm thinking of. But how often do we see these clips of a white kid yelling at his fucking parents and "fuck you, mom, fuck you, dad"? It was a joke for comedians.
You'd get your fucking teeth knocked out. And now it's so weird with like the liberal black people. That's like, no. Well, they do make a good point. I won't lie, but there were. Seeing everybody, the black kids talk about, I was abused, and then hear stories. I'm like, you weren't abused, you just got your ass whooped. But then I do hear some stories of like,
sometimes it's a little crazy.
like sometimes it's a little
There's
crazy.
a gray area. There's a gray area between got disciplined too much, and abuse, and it can
And
teeter.
sometimes in the
There's
black
an
community,
area.
it does. When raising kids,
maybe
it
that
did.
gray area a lot.
Yeah.
But here's what I would say. Now I need to look this up. I heard it on the radio from someone I respect. He said,
Flex?
Nah, no. I said respect.
I don't hit my kids. I just go, grrr.
I don't hit my kids. I just let them know what could happen via their mom. You know what I mean?
Big dog hit girl gang.
Make an example out of somebody.
Big
you know
dog
what I mean?
hit girl gang.
Maybe that's what Flex was trying to do. The same thing you did at the restaurant was just, I need to let my kids know.
Discipline. This could happen to anybody.
If you think you could eat in this fucking 1964 Chevrolet, I'll show you something. Where's your mother?
Anyway.
Luckily, we do interiors.
Go get the LUGZ. No, not those. The woman beating ones.
Wait a minute, they make non-woman beating lugs? Okay.
Anyway,
Go,
apparently studies say hitting kids does not actually, it's not good for them. Now, I will say this. I got wealthy black friend,
Right.
dentist, successful, great parent. I saw him discipline his daughter one time. She's crying to go to Chick-fil-A. Little black girl with money, my goddaughter. And he just sits her down on the ground, and he don't have a calm voice, and there is no let her figure it out.
Right.
It was the most impressive thing I think I ever seen, though. She's like 5 years old. He sits her down on the ground. He says, sit your butt down on this ground right here. Sits her down. She's still crying. He goes, do you think crying is going to get you what you want? Do you think crying, acting like this, is going to make me want to take you to Chick-fil-A and give you what you want? And he just talks to her sternly, not yelling, but she's just like, no. And then she's like, then why are you crying? And she's like, I don't know. And he goes, if you stop crying, maybe something good will happen.
Right.
But if you keep acting like this, you're not going to get what you want.
Right.
And she stopped crying.
Right.
And I was like, this is fucking incredible. If you could discipline a kid, I don't believe in no boundaries. But I think if you can discipline a kid without hitting, I used to be all about hitting. You grew up in the South.
I should
it
clarify.
has to be deserved.
I don't want to hit my kids in every situation or anything like that.
No.
I think that it's effective before they know how to talk and listen. I think once they're old enough
Like popping the hand, Okay, I got you.
It's fucked up to relate to dogs, but like when a dog doesn't know the rules yet, you hit him, and you put him by the shit, and you say this is it, right? And I think when a kid is like very young and literally can't communicate with you, doesn't know right or wrong,
right? It's
almost your duty as a parent to in some way instill right or wrong to the kid. Otherwise, he's just gonna fucking sit there. He's going goo goo gaga, but he's really saying what can I do? What can I not do?
Right.
Tell me, help me.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to be.
It's instilling like accountability. Like
bro,
you would, like
that's it.
The way your man disciplines his kids is the same exact way. Except the only difference is I don't give them the out because I don't want them to believe like just because you stop crying, you're going to get it. So like where he said,
no, I can agree with
so
that.
the part where he says, now maybe if you stop crying, you get something. I don't do that.
Right.
I very sternly sit your black ass down. Like why are you crying? And when you don't have an answer to why you're crying, well then what the fuck are you crying for? Stop crying.
Yeah.
They stop crying. Now that sits them down and that starts introducing them to accountability. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything else. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Now underneath all this, I'm a softie, and when they stop crying, I'm going to exactly.
Right.
They have me wrapped around their fucking fingers,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do what they
I
ask.
fear having a daughter for that reason.
They have me wrapped around their fucking fingers. Like, and the youngest one, the 6-year-old, knows it more than the 11-year-old. Like, I heard them saying, like, so the 6-year-old, she's the boss. So she's trying to get the 11-year-old to do something. And she's like, no, daddy, I'll do this. And the 6-year-old is like,
they work
no,
against you?
They're like, I'm sitting there listening, and she was like, daddy will get mad if. He was like, no, he won't. Daddy's going to yell at. No, he won't. And I was like, oh, she's right.
You need the same gender parent for discipline.
That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
My girl says, like, I want to be really close to my daughter. I'm going to need you to discipline the daughter. And I'm older, so I'm like, I know practically that's not going to work out like that.
No.
I'm going to discipline the son like a motherfucker, and then the daughter and be like, I can't. She looks so cute. Bro. She look like you.
Oh, what am I
How
supposed
can
to
I
do?
discipline somebody look like
What
you?
am I supposed to do?
That might be the reason why you discipline.
Oh, my God.
But it's like, yeah, there's something to
And
that.
LUGZ?
Well, of course, they're about to make a comeback. So, Ron, Daddy's putting on his lugs. So, I feel like on some level
If you're
we
a PE
know what.
teacher, you should wear lugs just to get your kids to run. You know what I mean? Just
If
like
I came to the gym and my teacher had on LUGZ, I'll
you
tell you
gotta
this,
avoid
I'm
the
running that
whooping.
mile in like 4 minutes flat. I'm around that mile. Nah, Mr. So got on the LUGZ, son. I'm not fucking with him, son.
you're gonna have the only 100 yard ass kid that's screaming as they cross the fucking finish line.
Because that's what it really comes down to. We know we confuse want and need. Like we know what we want.
Yeah.
We just think it's need. Like we think we want all this freedom, right? We think we want all this freedom, do whatever we want, and no rules and no anything. But deep down, we're drawn to fucking dictatorships. Like not like in terms of our government,
just easier.
but like we want rules. We want fucking rules.
It's too much to think about.
Like,
Our
people
minds
find-
are trained.
Like when dating, girls find it so weird when I say like all the shit that everybody thinks people don't want. I want all of that shit.
Of
I
course.
need somebody who's gonna annoy me. I don't need you to be a psycho, but I want you to be crazy, right? Because in my mind, the way I'm like crazy today in 2018 really isn't crazy. It's just somebody that's passionate about you. We just like to.
Son, back in the day, women were witches.
Exactly.
You know what
So
I mean?
now when we say crazy,
Just
like
text me a lot.
Yeah, like
You're
that's
not
crazy. Like
doing spells.
somebody who likes you, like we'll call somebody who likes us and loves us. We'll call them crazy for liking
Hocus
and loving
pocus
us.
ass bitch in the back.
But meanwhile, there was bitches in the 1800s lighting you on fire.
Yeah, I know, man.
Like, no, that's crazy. I don't want that. So, like, hold me accountable, right?
And they
I
act
want
like
a woman
men
to
were-
hold me
yeah.
accountable. And if I don't have that, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to run over you. I don't need that. Because I know if you give me the opportunity to run over you, I'm going to run over you.
There's also something to when you said dictatorship. We are trained to think as little as possible. This is a survival technique.
yeah,
for sure.
A dictatorship, a girl who holds you accountable, who's not gonna let you fuck around.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about all these hoes out here.
I don't have to think
know
about
my girl
what's
will
wrong.
murder me
Right.
if I cheat.
Right.
So I'm going home.
Yo,
What else is there to think about? That's the simplest way to think about dating.
Yeah.
Check it. You know mafia neighborhoods, and this is any mafia, Vietnamese mafia, Italian mafia,
Right.
you know what I
Right.
mean, whatever you can call it, any mafia, Russian mafia. These neighborhoods, if you go, are pleasant. You've been in Long Island.
Very pleasant.
People are fucking happy. Why? Because they know if the kid is walking down the street, Nobody's taking the kid because they got to deal with not the police.
You gotta deal with me. You gotta deal with the family.
There's something calming about it. There's a reason why people, I'm sure, are drawn to Trump and the same reason they're drawn to Putin, right? They're just like, oh, strong guy that says whatever he wants, I will follow.
Right.
It just makes life easy. There's some Russians that are just going, okay, I don't have to make any decisions. He's going to make all this stuff. We're going to figure it out.
Trump just a dog whisperer. You know, the dog whisperer I watch it. He says dogs need boundaries. You just need a little.
Every time a liberal says something.
Yeah.
Every time a liberal.
Yeah, they just
Collusion.
we just need a little immigrants. Just
Jesus Christ.
Yo, there's something to it, man. And I just feel like it just caught my brain just about doing it to very young kids because maybe they're craving that same discipline.
They are.
And maybe this, I would never touch my kids. Maybe we're weirdly enough not giving them the exact
thing they need.
fucking
Now, I
thing
think discipline is
they need.
important. I 180'd on slap. I used to say there's the Chris Rock thing. There's 4 key ass whippings in every kid's life.
Yeah.
You got to give them the disrespect, the lying, the cheating, the stealing, whatever.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I don't know about the hitting, but you definitely need discipline. You're not having them like.
Well, what is that? That's the part that I get.
That's what's tricky. I don't want
That's
to
the tricky
send my
part
kid to
because
his
it's like
room.
so like me. I know me growing up, my parents didn't have a lot of money, right?
Okay.
So I knew for a fact that they would do whatever they can to get
Go
me
in your
a new
room and
pair
do
of
nothing.
sneakers.
I'm doing nothing here.
I'm doing nothing. Like I'm already doing nothing. What you gonna
I'm in
take?
the living room
What are you gonna take? You gonna take the lint? You gonna take the lint out the fucking
Go
room?
look at the corner. I'm looking at the corner. Get a TV.
No, but so I know my parents would do whatever it took to get me whatever I wanted, right?
Yeah.
If I didn't fuck up. So when I fucked up and I didn't get certain shit, I'm like, fuck. Damn. Like so with me it's like I give my kids what I never could get, right? Not because I was in trouble, just what my parents couldn't afford, I can afford to do for my kids, and I'm going to do that. Then we get into the realms of where their mom will be like, you're spoiling them. And I'm like, how am I spoiling them? By doing for them exactly what I'm supposed to do as a father. I can provide in a different way than my parents could have provided.
Can I hit you off with another Fresh Prince line?
Go ahead.
There's I never fucking forget this. There's an episode where Ashley wants to go to public school, not private school.
Yeah.
Parents freak out, and then Aunt Vivian, I don't remember if it was the light skin one or the dark skin one.
It was
Probably the
light
dark
skin.
skin.
It was light skin.
You
High
would
school.
think-
High school. Ashley is light skin.
Okay, but she said something insightful, and that never really happened with light skin Aunt Vivian. Anyway, she said sometimes I think we focus so hard on giving our kids what we didn't have.
Yeah.
We forget to give them what we did.
Mm.
And what we did have was struggle, and what we did have was this, and all these things formed us in a certain way.
Isn't struggle, but I feel like struggle is very
Maybe
specific.
not struggle, but
No, I get what you're saying.
getting everything you want, that's not good. You
So-
gotta not get some shit.
I'm talking to my
I
buddy
only like
about this
Go ahead.
exact thing.
because I'm like, they didn't ask to be here.
No.
That's the way I look
Mouse,
at it.
Mouse, it's not about making their life hard now.
Mm-hmm.
It's about preparing them for
Yes.
how hard
Correct.
life is.
Correct.
How do you instill the three of us, different versions of it,
Yeah.
but the three of us all went through adversity
Yeah.
and then introduced us to who the fuck we really are.
100%.
Right? First time you got in a fight, you found out how many punches you could take.
That's a fact.
One.
Not the first, but one. You got dropped. No.
One, and I was like, I'm never getting hit again.
I
gotta
gotta get a gun.
I gotta catch these motherfuckers before they catch me.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where you find out, and the further you get pushed, if you don't break, you
Right.
find out what you can take. And it's one of those things as parents when we start to be. I'm not a parent yet. You are a parent, but like, we start to have a certain amount of success. The natural instinct is to give it to the kids.
Right.
But what do you need to give a kid more than Nintendo is life skills. So how do you balance wanting to spoil this thing you love more than anything in the world and
Yeah,
wanting this
it's
person
real
to
tough.
succeed in the world?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough, and I
It's
think
not
about,
just taking care of them, it's preparing them.
right, and I think about it every day because it's like, so like I just sit there right, and I'll watch them and playing on their iPads, and I get fucking jealous. I'm like, I had no fucking iPad growing up. I had a fucking Sega Genesis, and I had to lie and tell my little sister that she couldn't play because I didn't have another controller. I really didn't have another controller. I wanted to have another one, but I only had this one controller. Or like growing up,
Couldn't just give up the motherfucking controller every once in a while?
Not for a
Fucking
girl.
cra-
Girls
no.
don't play video games.
That's
crazy.
That
That's
was
a
my
waste.
thought though. I was like,
Unless it's
why is
Mario
a girl
Kart.
playing
hey,
video
we're
games?
fucking ways. We're playing fucking Sonic. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, first of all, the only reason women play Mario Kart is because they're equally bad at driving.
Makes a great point.
That's the only reason it makes
That's
sense.
so
It's
funny.
like, oh, I've
that
veered
didn't
off
get
the
the laugh
road.
it deserved. Alex, where you at? I thought you'd be there on that.
I was thinking about all the sleep he's not gonna get.
No, Alex is thinking Andrew's talking about black women.
Oh no, never.
That's why Alex not laughing. No black woman jokes for Alex.
Oh man, he just zoned out.
But you're saying.
But
Say
yeah,
Genesis.
so that I'm looking at them and I'm watching them play with these iPads at fucking 11 years old and 6 years old, and I'm like, they don't know, they don't even know. But then there's a part of me that's like, I don't want them to know. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yes,
and
you
I
want to
guess
protect them. You love them.
Especially because I have girls.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was a boy, it'd be a little different. But with them, I'm like, I want these motherfuckers to know how to survive, but never have to call on those survival tactics.
I do think it's not, I don't want to say sexism, but one thing that girls are ill-equipped for is we never tell them suck it up.
Right. Well, we do.
I think
we do. We do.
Thank you, black women.
We love you.
I think you meant to say thank you, white women, but whatever. Suck it up.
Shit, all of them.
But
who's ever sucking?
real talk.
I think I heard this somewhere else, but like if a little boy falls off his bicycle,
right,
you'd be like, get up, keep riding.
Right.
You're all right. I remember I fell off my bike when I was learning how to ride, and my uncle who taught me said, good. Now that you got hurt, you're going to learn.
Yeah.
And I sure enough fucking learned.
We never wanted to
Once
do
I got
that again.
scraped up, learned. Little girl falls off her bike. Oh my God, are you okay? Let's go inside.
Right.
She's crying. We're done for the day. Don't worry
That's
about
because
it. We'll get back on the bike another day.
We raise our sons and we protect our daughters.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we no matter what color you are, your daughter, that is to me personally, that's the little version of your wife or your mate. So you're like, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna love you, you are of me.
Yeah.
With your son, you see him as a little you.
Yeah.
Go out there. You're
better
gonna be
than
fine.
me.
Be better than me. I fell, so I know it's not gonna hurt. I know you get over it. You're gonna fall.
Yeah.
3 seconds. You're gonna forget about it. Now go finish playing.
Right.
You don't ever want to see a daughter cry.
No.
Like I lose. Like I have to remember. Like I lose it sometimes. Like if they're crying, I'm like if I'm in another place of the house and I just hear them crying, I'm ready to go off. I don't even know what happened, but I'm ready to go off. What? Oh, okay, all right. Y'all arguing with each other. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Handle that shit. But it's like that initial instinct. I hear them crying. I'm ready to shut the world down.
Yeah.
So that's a very grandeur way to look at it, but now you just filter it in and you just put it in every part of their lives.
Are we protecting women so much? Well, not all of them. I think there's a lot of women that don't get that protection, and that's really sad. But, like, are there certain women that we're protecting so much that we're protecting them from the reality of the world?
Absolutely.
It's the same thing we say about millennials in general. Y'all got coddled too much.
It is.
I got coddled too much.
It is. And I think I've said this on this very podcast, but like my friend was whose parents are teachers told me that there was a stark difference between the way his parents, who were teachers, the way they taught when he was a kid and the way they teach now.
Yeah.
When we were kids and we fucked up, it don't matter what we did. The teacher called home and said he fucked up. Our parents said, "Hey, stop fucking up." And we would go, "The teacher doesn't like me." And our parents go, "I don't give a fuck. Teacher don't gotta like you. People in life not gonna like you. Figure it out."
It was a little different. Maybe. It was a little different with black people. A little different.
But now, the immediate reaction is, "Hey, your kid fucked up. Well, what did my kid do?" He goes, well, he was doing something fucked up in class. He goes, were you doing something fucked up in class? No. Well, my kid said he wasn't doing something fucked up in class. You probably don't like my kid. Now I'm going to get my kid removed out of your class. And we're teaching kids at a very young age that life bends to them.
Right.
And life has to make you comfortable, which is not life.
You know what I remember hearing all the time when we were kids? Life's not fair.
Boom.
Oh, teachers.
Bring it back.
I
You let a teacher
hear
say that
shit
now,
anymore.
it's over.
I never hear that shit. Mrs. Miller, it's not fair. Life's not fair.
You know why life's not fair? Because the rest of the world wasn't born in America. That's how unfair life is.
Yeah,
we have
straight
such
up.
an advantage.
It's funny you bring it
American
back.
privilege.
It's funny you bring it at the top because earlier this year, I had my youngest, so she was in kindergarten, and the teacher was just doing some like weird. It was like, I don't know if it was racist or she just not used to having black kids in her class, because on Long Island that's a real thing. Like she was the only black kid in her class. Then there was a Trinidadian girl,
right,
who was darker skinned,
and the rest of them were just future Mrs. Alex Medias.
Yes, absolutely, exactly who they were. So something happened where she didn't even listen to my daughter's like side of the story. I think she got off the bus and she was supposed to go to get the lunch or her breakfast, and she didn't get it or something happened. She didn't even listen to her. And I said, all right, that's all right. Madison told me, and I'm like, okay, I got you. I'll check it out, Sonny. I'll look into it. I told the mother, and her mother's like, what do you want to do? Because she always defers to me because, she's like, all right, I'm going to be but if you're ready to go off, you're ready to go. I'm like, that wasn't nothing. The kid, there was a little boy, his name was Liam. Liam was a dick from the first day I met Liam at the fucking orientation because he was fucking spitting and shit. I'm like, this kid's a dick. Don't sit him across from my daughter. But I said, you know what? Exactly what you said. There's people you're going to have to sit across, even a fucking spitter. Liam hit my daughter. And I said, I was at TRL at the time. I took the morning. I was like, I'm coming in late, whatever I got to do, I don't care. I got to go to this parent-teacher meeting. I'm sitting there. Liam's parents are there, and then me and my kid's mother are there. So the teacher's talking, and the motherfucking father. So she tells him what happened, and the motherfucking father says, well, what did she do to make Liam hit her? And I stopped everything. And I was doing my best to not be a nigga. But that's when I stopped everything. I said, here goes this thing. I'm not going to say their last name. I said, here goes the thing. I don't care what she did, but the next time Liam puts his hands on her, I'm going to put my hands on you. And then the teacher jumps up and she's like, no. This is not how we teach kids to resolve problems. I said, well, good thing the kids ain't here. Because if they kid touch my kids again, he's going to have a problem, and then you are going to have a problem. So whatever you want to do, we can fix that.
Yeah.
But, and some said to me, I should take out the class. I said, no, I'm going to leave her in. I'm going to leave her in the class because, number one, I'm not going to have her look like she got ran up out of somewhere. That's number one.
Sure.
Number two, I really wanted to punch her down. So I was hoping that Liam had put his hands on her.
I mean,
again.
also a perfectly good response to somebody like that in that classroom is to say there is nothing a woman can do to a man to make him hit her.
Exactly.
And maybe that's what you teach your son.
That's
the lesson you teach him. That's the like the playing the game way to handle it. What you did is probably more effective.
Because Liam didn't even look at my daughter.
That's what people don't want to acknowledge is that human beings react very well to violence.
This is all, which might be some of our problem, but hey.
It's our problem and solution, right? We could talk about all we want to do and marching and all these other opportunities.
No form of action has ever been changed in America without war, violence, nothing. No matter how you look, civil war.
What about civil rights? I think that there were civil rights that were gained through protest.
Yeah, but violence still happens.
My God, violence did happen. It was seeing the violence against black people that emblazoned this image, and they're like,
and you still lost Martin. You still lost Malcolm.
Interesting. I thought.
That's why you won't see the larger change in civil rights because there has not been that big response, that big violence. You've always had somebody saying, hey, no violence. Hey, let's be nonviolent, guys. We had Martin. When you had Malcolm, we probably could have got a lot done if everybody would have rallied behind Malcolm. But because you got Martin, and people can say, and people love to whitewash Martin. They love to say, he was so nonviolent.
I always hear that.
Back then, he was called a fucking communist. He was called a terrorist.
Of course he was.
And he was the nonviolent one. So imagine what they were saying about fucking Malcolm.
Sure.
If we would have all got behind Malcolm and we would have started taking people out, you would have started seeing some violence towards the KKK members. You would start seeing violence against those white people being disrespectful. I think it changes.
Here's the thing that I think was effective about Martin over Malcolm is while Malcolm's philosophy might have galvanized black people behind him more effectively, Martin's philosophy galvanized white people around the cause more effectively.
Absolutely. And scare them off.
And I say that as somebody who's like a product of it. Like my father grew up in a very conservative family, completely switched to becoming like this real liberal because of Martin. Like we would literally on Martin Luther King's birthday, every year we listened to his I Have a Dream speech as a family. Right. That's the effect of like, this is one of the things about protests that's very interesting. We talk about it now even with the flag and everything is there's one thing about galvanizing your people, and there's another thing about galvanizing the people you want to change. Right.
But you're not galvanizing the people you want to change.
Well, you're galvanizing. What I'm saying is Martin did.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You're not galvanizing the people that you want to change. You're galvanizing the people that technically already agree with you.
Who?
So Martin, I don't think Martin changed. If he did, I don't think he changed that many minds. I think all he did was they were already liberals. They were already hippies.
Nah,
What I'm saying is my dad was a conservative.
Yeah.
Very conservative family. Like my family is like staunch Republicans and like Republicans that were involved like on high levels of politics.
Yeah.
And he just did not like the way that Republicans at that time were addressing the civil rights issue. He thought that they were ignoring it. And Martin was the guy who flipped him. And he exposed this world to him, right? It was like Martin brought him in, and then my father was like, who went to like these, a mixed school, and had these experiences and had like racism even within the family. Right. And all of a sudden it was like, oh, wow, this guy
I think that plays a lot bigger into what we see today and what we call respectability politics, right? It says you can. So we look at civil rights. And why are we protesting civil rights? Because black people are getting treated like shit. Right? It is indoctrinated law that says black people, you're 3/5 of the law. We can treat you like shit. You can't drink with us. Can't sit with us. We're all in agreement, right? We're saying black people treat like shit. You're telling them you can't be upset about it and you can't react the way Malcolm would react because nobody's gonna listen to you. So you have to. This is where respectability politics plays. You have to be nice about it. You gotta lull them to sleep. Well, no, I should be able to be radical about this shit. I should be able to be soft about this shit because this is all fucked up.
You could do whatever you want. It's what is most efficient. I think that's what
if there was no Martin, Malcolm would be more effective because Martin is who people were eventually able to utilize and weaponize against Malcolm's message. Right? So here you got this radical guy. Why can't you be like him? Right? Or you'll look at today. We even could talk about today where we have these peaceful protests and and everybody's like, well, why do you got to, the pseudo-racists will be like, well, why do you got to do it like that? Because Martin Luther King, like he was peaceful about it. But why are you so loud about it? Why are you so angry? You see what I'm saying? Like, it plays into the respectability.
What I would say about changing minds. I remember this is a public speaking thing our teacher taught me. He said you can never bring somebody all the way over from one side to the other.
Never.
The best you can hope to do if you're trying to change somebody's mind is take them from the other side to the middle.
Absolutely.
And I'm a Malcolm dude over a Martin dude.
Right.
But I do think you're not going to change people's minds as effectively as Martin's method. You kill
David Duke, it changes. You kill...
Does it change?
A white person. Now, at first they're gonna say.
Freak out.
At first they're gonna freak out and say, "I told you," but a KKK member comes to a neighborhood and tries to set something on fire, then we go over there and we bust y'all shit open. You see what I'm saying? That's literally that's what this country is built on. You do something, well, I'm going to respond.
I don't think you're realizing how outnumbered black people are.
Oh, I get that. I tell people all the time, like, listen, before you start talking about doing war and shit, just understand we ain't got the capability.
11%, right?
I get it, but
12%.
I don't even think it gets. I think if we handled it in that way back then, and we didn't have that plantation mindset where we were just so scared of white people in their reaction, I think it would have evened it out. I think they would have respected it so much that they wouldn't even thought to say, oh, it's only 11%. It's, oh, we fuck with them, they gonna fuck with us.
I think the best thing Malcolm really put together was this idea that, hey, this is on us. We got to do it, and we can do it together. Yeah. And he basically said I'm not touching anybody, but if someone touched me, you're going to get it.
Exactly.
And I think that this idea of, hey, we got to do it, we got to do the work. Yeah, we were fucked up. Right. Yeah, there were systemic laws put in place to really imbalance the wealth in this country against us, right? Like these things happen. And the best metaphor I've ever heard of for it was this. If I get in a car crash with you, it's my fault. I hit you with the car. You got to go to the hospital. They tell you, hey, you broke your back and you're going to have to go through years of physical therapy to be able to walk again. I got to pay for your car.
Sure do.
I got to pay for your car. I got to pay for your physical therapy. I can pay for all your doctor bills. But if you want to walk again,
you got to get up and walk.
You got to go to physical therapy every day. And it might take years, but you have to do it. And I think on some level, Malcolm really realized, he goes, we've been fucked.
Yeah.
But the only way out of the fuck is if we walk.
Right.
And it's going to be hard.
Right.
And it's going to be tough.
Right.
And it don't matter what people give us. At the end of the day, we are going to have to walk out.
And I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that method. And like I said, it doesn't so much stray off from what I'm saying where there is some radicalism needed. But like I said, you touch me, we're gonna fuck you up.
I think
that's what it should
law.
have been. But when
defend yourself,
right? But like I said, so when you have Martin on the other hand of that, they're Xavier and Magneto. It's like when you have Malcolm, you have Martin on the other side of that, and they're like, yeah, we hate this one, but this one ain't gonna rile them up like this. I think they've always been riled up, and I think that is one of the biggest reasonings for racism. I think inherently people just really think about like, yo, if they realize all the shit that we put them through and they really get together and want to do some shit, we'll be in some trouble. I think that keeps everybody in the same boat as, all right, we got to do something. We can't let them even the playing field. Because if we look at it, we could talk about self-motivation. We could talk about get up and get out and do the work. We talk about all that.
I'll be honest with you.
We don't have control over certain things, certain institutions, and we never will.
I really honestly feel, because I've spoken to some people who might be questionably, I don't want to call them racist, but they might have questionable things. I think what they're thinking is, I wish that everything was even so we could hear them shut up.
I believe that too.
That seems to be their sentiments, which is like, all right already.
Well,
like,
I don't call
that's
them
their reaction.
Those
all
people
right
aren't,
already.
Yeah, those people aren't like, I don't want to say there's tiers of racism, but I don't.
I know there are
those
levels.
people. Yeah,
there's
I don't
levels
think,
to murder. There can be levels.
Right,
to,
right. So I don't think those people are the overt racist people that want to see black people killed and be black. Those
That's
are just the people that just.
They're not KKK.
They're the people that are protecting their privilege. They say, hey, I don't have no problem with black people. I got black friends. I love black people.
Right.
I watch Love and Hip Hop. But when it comes down to you coming into my space,
right.
Whoa, let's relax. Those are the kind of racist people I think those are. Right. Those aren't the KKK members. Those are just the people that are saying, hey, we get it. You guys are fucked up.
They don't want to see black people die.
Up.
They just don't want to lose a job to a black guy. Sure.
And those are those. So, those people, do I see a problem with them? No. I could see where that could get, bad down the line. But I think that's just a human being being a human being and protecting. They just want to see their benefit, come to term. My only problem is, like I said, my problem is always the same thing with people who want to displace people purposely because they're black. I want the people that don't want to pay people specifically because they're black, don't want to see them come to or overpass a certain level because they're black. Not because you're white, but because you're black.
Right.
That's my problem. Because it takes a certain type of disgusting person to not want to see me succeed because it's me succeeding.
So basically, people that don't want to fuck with black people just because they're black.
Exactly.
Kind of like the way you feel about white women.
No, I've just never been attracted to them. If I find one attractive, I'll let you know.
We've come full circle.
I'm gonna hit Alex up. Alex said he got some attractive white women for me. I'm just kidding, Alex. Relax. Pulls in Tinder out. Relax.
Alex is furious, bro.
Nah, I'm just tired.
You're tired? All right, let's wrap it up, man.
It's 12:30 over
Oh,
here.
shit. We had a long one, bro. This was a great talk, man. Thank y'all so much for listening. Mouse, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
Bro. I think you got a bright future. I am a supporter of Mouse
Be
Jones.
safe, though.
Be safe, though.
Yo,
Free
real
tax
talk.
stone.
Yo, real talk.
You always gotta be safe, though.
Always got to be safe,
Always
though.
gotta be safe, though.
Do you know what I mean? But you got it on lock.
Your Jordan's good, son. That's the shooter.
That is the shooter.
It's usually a first-person shooter, but that's the shooter now.
Young Xbox.
R2.
Real talk, man. Yo, thank y'all so much. Akaash, thank you so much for coming out.
Well, this podcast is sponsored by LUGZ.
Definitely not. Okay? Because that would imply LUGZ has money for marketing. Anyway, listen, we love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, man.